have any proper opener video. Just let's watch my latest shitpost, because why not? I'm lazy and everyone knows it.
Hmm?
That was it. Anyways, so today let's introduce our panelists for today, and we're in order they appear on the screen. Black Lord.
Hello, everyone. Happy August 24th.
And next is our resident fascist dictator,
Hey there.
Mariner. Striker.
Stand free.
And I'm your host, the one and only Sheev Lord. And well, we hope that more people might hop in, because by the way, don't be alarmed if things are not quite as they used to be. I experimented with our setup, so right now it's hopefully more optimal. Because now I don't use the screen capture for capturing the Discord call. Now it's a specialized widget. So hopefully, but as always, I decided to configure it right before we go live, because I like to live dangerously. And also I updated the OBS right before we go live, because what could possibly go wrong? But nothing has gone wrong so far, which is surprisingly. Yeah.
The fuck were we using eons ago? It was paid and it was terrible.
Oh, XSplit. Well,
Yeah, fucking XSplit was stupid. Nobody uses it anymore. Does that company still exist?
yeah. Well, it's some streamers still use it, and
No,
they actually
probably not.
since I actually received a newsletter recently from them advertising something. I didn't read it since I don't use it anymore.
Broken stat infiltration.
Oh, well,
No.
that's a shame.
Where is Darren?
Darren is in Colorado, so he's
Oh
not
shit.
available. Yeah, he's getting
Too
high.
bad that he. Too bad brokenhearted. The radical centrist testing is his bullshit.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Ah.
Well, maybe he is there. Maybe he's just on duty.
Ah.
Well, that's really it's really his shtick. But oh well, let's see.
You know.
Well, anyways, so shall we start with the big one, or some filler stuff before we go to the big one? Because the big one, well, the one that I used for the title, as someone unironically made an article saying that pretty much the centrists are the real radicals, and the radicals are the real centrists. Well, it wasn't said like that, but it's the gist of the article, which is well, well, there was actually a meme about kind of similar stuff. Let me just show it. It's the Virgin Horseshoe theory versus the Chad Quite theory. You can't see it, because that's the thing. Since we don't use Hangouts anymore, well, viewers can see my screen, but not the participants. So I can share the same image in the text chat, because
Yeah, that works. I also have the stream muted.
and we oh well, you still have a delay, but I set this to. Oh, apparently, Delta Mail in the chat says it's very quiet. Um,
Yeah, I'm afraid we're still getting pinged.
okay, let me try something. Okay, I'll mute myself and try. You speak. I'll open up the stream and see what's going on. While muted.
Horse. Horse.
It's a magnificent shit post.
Horse.
It's a magnificent shit post.
Horse.
It's a
Okay, but on my end it worked fine, but now whoever's watching has probably a weird echo loop.
Yeah, I heard it for like a split second. That was pretty funny.
No!
Well, Delta Mail, the problem is probably on your end because for me it worked fine. Or maybe the video worked fine.
Delta mail, more like beta mail.
That was the joke because alpha, beta, and delta. It's interesting choice because first of all, if you start adding all those letters, you need to explain what each letter means because
Alpha, beta, delta, gamma.
Omega male means like the last one.
Yeah.
Like, after apocalypse.
I actually know a couple more because of Fies.
Actually, there was a movie called Omega Man. It's based on the
and a very good song by the Police as well.
It's also a song by what's the name of this band? Iron Savior. Yeah, it's based
Okay.
on the movie. And the movie, by the way, is based on the same book as the movie I Am Legend. By the way, in I Am Legend, this is why Hollywood should.
Oh yeah, the original ending was actually good and made sense.
Yeah, so basically it's like a focus group didn't like the ending, so they made a new one, which is kind of typical.
Which is trash.
The problem is that the old ending was set up throughout the film, and they didn't take it out. So it's set up that goes nowhere because the ending was changed. So those who, it's an old movie, so I'll spoil it. But be warned, if you want to watch it, it's an okay movie, but the ending is not terrible, but disappointing. So basically, what happened is that the movie starts like already in post-apocalypse because there was a treatment, new treatment for cancer, and it was used like gene therapy. It used the viruses to alter DNA and get out of control and turned pretty much almost everyone into kind of like vampire zombie thingy. They were, supposedly became feral, and for some reason they were, really susceptible to UV, so they only could walk outside.
Walk at night.
But they became really agile, really strong, kind of like that's why the vampire zombie. They weren't like slow zombies; they were really fast zombies. Remember those fast zombies from Half-Life 2? Kind of like that, but not quite. Anyways.
Yo.
And Will Smith plays, scientist who used to. He was one of those who were immune to this, quote unquote, cure for cancer, and he was every day he was trying to find an antidote to this, and also to find survivors because he believed that he wasn't the only one who was immune. And for research, he was
family.
capturing those zombies, quote unquote, to find a cure. And the setup for the ending was that even though it was believed that they are completely feral, completely like animals, but actually turns out that they retained much of like human intelligence, and so to them, imagine what it seemed to them. This guy attacked them, took their comrades prisoner to do who knows what, and since he was the only one, since he was unaltered, he could use all the human technology. So he had guns and vehicles and other stuff. And since he attacked during the day when they couldn't go outside, to them he was like a super monster. And that's why the movie was supposed to called I Am Legend, because he was like a legendary arch enemy to them. And the idea was that he thought of himself as a hero, but given this revelation in the end that they actually retain human intelligence and human cognition, that maybe his actions weren't as morally justified as he thought initially. So that was the ending, and it was set up so. For example, near the end he got into a trap set up by those, quote-unquote zombies. Since this was like a biggest hint that they actually retain intelligence, because animals cannot come up with such a trap and execute it. So, and they left all of this in the movie, but they changed. They changed the ending. In the ending, they didn't say that they were,
The ending didn't make any sense, if I remember correctly.
The ending made sense that he managed to find the cure when the lab was attacked by a bunch of those zombies. He also found another survivor, and she took the cure and went to find others, like a military base that kept all the found survivors there safe. But
Yeah,
sacrificed himself
it was
by
near a
going to
farm.
the lab that was under attack by the zombies, which is kind of
Yeah, that was near a farm. Around the. I mean, I've seen the movie too, and basically he quote unquote sacrifices himself for the greater mankind.
Well, the thing is that why would he even need to blow up the lab? I mean, it wouldn't matter that he killed those zombies or not. There are still millions of them left, so it wouldn't change much in the end. So I don't know. This ending was really tacked on. It's kind of, and it's very stereotypical. Very wasn't like necessarily bad. It's just unoriginal, uninspired, and kind of rushed.
And then there's all the last research that he did. He took it with him.
No, he actually gave the research to. I think he managed to give it to the. Well, it was years since I saw it, so I don't remember. But I think
Hmm.
this other survivor gave it to her all of his research. But
Ah, okay.
again, they should have left the original ending, because a lot of times I've read those lists of movies that almost got different ending, but thankfully didn't, because some of those endings that original endings were much better. So those focus groups. First of all, where do they get those people for the focus groups?
They get them randomly from the street, and they usually get paid.
Yeah, but the problem is, oh, I don't remember who said this, but actually, it's an interesting idea that uh, before asking the question, they should have shown the movie to the focus group and asked them about their opinion on the next day, because sometimes your opinion of the movie changes a lot if you have some time to think about it. Sometimes an ending seems to be bad or just non-satisfying, but in the end you think about it, it's actually better after if you have a couple hours at least to think about it, or even better next day, because sometimes on the next day you have a fresher perspective, and vice versa. Some movies seem great after you finished watching it, but if you think about it, it just starts falling apart, like right in your head. So
Oh my god. Go ahead. No.
what was that?
Oh no, I just found something fucking amazing. Hold on.
Well, given that you had sniffing sounds,
Yeah, that you were getting closer each time.
Hold on.
I found something amazing. Oh,
It really, yeah, it really is. I mean, look at this shit.
Oh, you posted in the chat.
I'm sorry. I was listening, but then my eyes drifted to my screen and oh shit, what? Oh my god.
Is this street legal?
Yeah, it is.
This nigga driving a shoe.
But it's quite a modification. Maybe in some countries that wouldn't be street legal, but let me show it to everyone else who sees it.
This nigga driving a shoe.
So for those watching at home, this is what's being discussed.
Yeah, we're talking about a Suzuki Swift with a motorcycle conversion, because technically it's a trike now.
Yeah.
And it has a fucking plane cockpit. Damn.
And
Anyway,
it's got a fucking digital pattern on it. Like why?
bruh. Hey, sometimes you just need to damn on those little sheds and motorcycles. You know what I mean? I mean, this counts as a random mod.
Mm.
But yeah, speaking of mediocre ass movies regarding I Am Legend, man, I also remember the dude was like he lost his family in that in the virus invasion, and then he was insane. Like dude was slowly losing his damn mind because of how lonely he was.
Yeah, it was the thing. Since he was the only one, around, the only survivor he knew of was himself. So he had to, keep himself company by talking to mannequins. So he, found a lot of mannequins and put them in different places around the town and talked to them, which is already. I'm not sure if this actually would bring someone's sanity or maybe deteriorate it even more. I mean, it's, you know, I can imagine.
I mean, the dude was living in Times Square when that shit happened.
Yeah. Hey, I imagine this probably will get into your head really quickly if you are the only survivor, and yeah, that's why he spent like a lot of time, you know, trying to find other survivors. He had a radio station that broadcast, this message. If you can hear this, go to the docks, I think, and I'll be there. And every day he was there, and no one showed up until one day. But yeah, that's how the trap worked. So he saw mannequins, like several of those mannequins he talked to in the street where he was sure he didn't put them. So he exited the car to check them out. Because, well, if you see things, being moved by someone, but you are sure that you are the only person around, that's really, really strange. So he went there. It turned out that those zombies put those mannequins there, and it was a trap.
Yeah, I was kind of interested that if he needed to outrun those zombies, he needed something fast, and the first car he went to was a Shelby GT500. Basically, a Ford Mustang in steroids. I mean, other than that, but yeah, we're supposed to be talking about the article. We just turned this into a movie review.
I mean,
Uh,
it's not like not keeping to the topic is something we don't do. Well,
yeah, it's a kind of it's a
Well, we
trademark
need to
now.
let it simmer a bit, you know.
Yeah, it's a trademark now.
besides, why not? But yeah. So the article. Well, shall we start with this alt-centrist article or something different? Well, let's start with maybe the Hassan Piker stuff because it's really
Yeah.
stupid and funny. Well, if you don't know who that is, it's I think it's nephew of Ken
Uh,
Jr.
yeah, he is. That's Chick Cubis's nephew.
And recently he showed just how stupid he was by saying stupid stuff like he always does.
Yeah, he said that he pretty much made fun of Dean Crenshaw, and he said that Americans deserve 9/11, which, as far as I have heard, the guy is now suspended from the Young Turks until the ship goes over.
No, I think he got suspension
Suspended from
from
Twitch.
he got suspension from Twitch because that's where he said it, but only for a week. I mean, Twitch can ban people for less, like, forever, but for him it's just a slap on the wrist. I guess being a
Yeah,
quote unquote celebrity in a very loose sense of the word is.
He's very privileged because of his fucking uncle owns a pretty decent position of influence.
Because
did
other than that, his commentary is really, even by TYT standards, it's stupid, and it's not as retarded as what's the name of that stupid bitch whose only contribution to any conversation is that she talks about her children who are not white. That's literally all she does, no matter what the topic.
Anna Rodriguez.
Yeah, that's the one. You see how inconsequential she is? I don't even know her name, even though I've seen several times. And you reminded me about her a couple days ago, and I still don't care about her name because nobody should care
Oh
about her.
yeah, yeah. I think that was even as recent as yesterday, but or maybe the day before. But yeah, that's her name, Anna Rodriguez.
Yeah, it's literally all she talks about, no matter what the topic is. It's just
I was about to say, is she even on the fucking? Is she even still on the Young Turks? I mean, it's been a while since I've seen anyone even do like a segment involving her.
yeah. Well, I mean, given that she's such a one-trick pony, what's the point of talking about her? If, you know what she's going to talk about, and she's like, I don't know why she's on there for diversity quota or something, or
She's there because they need to fill that diversity quota because Latina, or as they say, Latinx.
now, they should do Latinxes too. They should Latin XXX for anti-SJW.
Yeah, well, that would
Yeah.
actually that would make something that's actually interesting. So
No,
I was about to say, down in Puerto Rico, do you ever hear the phrase Latinx a lot
Yeah.
there? Oh my
Uh,
fucking god.
yeah, I've
Wait,
seen
you
that all.
did? How?
Dude,
Is
half
it
the
paused as fuck? What the fuck?
unfortunately, I mean, most of these people go from to the Rio Piedras, the district of the University of Puerto Rico, and that place is nothing more than an SJW factory. That's where most of these people come from.
well, that's the only factory they will ever step into.
That place is so progressive that they even have Antifa ass clowns standing in there. I mean, I mean, most of the people who came for the protest a couple of weeks ago were from that university. In other words,
Nice.
yeah, and yeah, I know people who unironically use the term Latinx, or they replace every gender language because the Spanish language is in fact a gender language, whether you like it or not, with ats or the asterisk or the asterisk or whatever, anything to make it more quote unquote gender neutral.
Well, speaking of, there was someone who unironically uses instead of history writes HXS story, so it's probably
Head
pronounced
story.
history.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
History. That sounds like a
It's,
cat coughing up a hairball. History.
I was about to say, it's even. I forget who pointed out that it's like they're even wrong about the friggin' origins of why history is called history. It's nothing to do with his story. It's not a gender word. That I think it's even borrowed from the Greek word historia, which doesn't use.
These people
Oh,
they
you know
assume
what's
that everything is connected to the English language, which is kind of very
very racist, actually.
yeah.
I
you
wouldn't
know
say
what's
racist, but ethnocentric for sure.
Yes.
Cultural
you,
imperialism.
you know what else is even you know what's even more interesting? The Royal Academy of the Spanish language in Spain, or La Real Academia Española, actually does not count Latinx or anything that's Marculanex as real Spanish. So they got blown the fuck out.
Well, the problem is that if many people start using it, it will be recognized because dictionaries are not prescriptive; they are descriptive. They show, languages change. So if people start using something and it becomes massive phenomenon, then language experts have to accept it because there is no language authoritarians who tell what how to use words. Uh, You know, think about it. You wouldn't want to a world where language usage is dictated by some government body. because that's kind of like Orwell's 1984 with Newspeak. But given SJW is there a minority, a loud, obnoxious,
Wait a-
annoying minority, but a minority. So
yeah, we call them we call it the loud minority down here. But yeah, I found that thing really interesting where he said the brave soul that someone fucked his eye hole. Like, did someone skull fuck him? Because I mean, Sam Piker, he thinks that someone skull fucked him in battle,
well, let's actually
and that's how it was.
I post link to the article in the chat. Oh, by the way, YouTube chat too. Let's take a look at first of all this article that explains the stuff. So the Young Turks Hassan Piker says America deserved 9/11. Mocks then Crenshaw's war injury. Brave soldier fucked in his eye hole. Well, you know why he said this? Because this cop, he just jealous. Look at Dan. He looks like Solid Snake because it's badass. But this victim of soy overdose, even in this photo, he kind of looks annoyed. Probably because he found out that his anal lube, he's allergic to his anal lube. So
Let's say every time you see Hassan Piker in a video or on screen or anything, he always looks pissed off.
That's the default. That's his default facial expression. It's basically the male version of resting bitch face.
well, he's still,
Yeah, he
he's
looks.
still. Go ahead, you.
No, I should say he just generally looks like a fucking asshole, and he acts like one. So
Like fully harmonious person looks and acts accordingly. Yeah, I want to say that he is really salty that bottle of Soylent doesn't fit up his ass. So yeah.
Sorry about that. I hit something by mistake. Anyway.
Okay, let's look at this article. Oh, by the way.
Mind if I read this part? Reviewing a clip of U.S. military veteran Representative Dan Crenshaw talking to podcast host Joe Rogan, Hassan Piker of the Young Turks, Mark Crenshaw's lost eye, a wartime injury in vile fashion, and said America deserved 9/11. This guy has the understanding of foreign policy of like a 12-year-old. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Did he go to war and like literally lost his eye because of Muhajirin, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with his dick? Tiger said during a Twitch live stream on Tuesday night. He added, "Isn't that how he fucking lost his dumbass eye? Because he got his fucking eye hole fucked by a brave soldier." So apparently, the Muhajirin are brave soldiers, according to this fucking cockroach from Turkey.
Oh, there's even a video clip. Let's see. Well, it's pretty much.
Soft power is the exact same as hard power. Soft power, embassies, diplomacy, exact same thing as military bases. I can't do this. I can't do this. Guy has the understanding of foreign policy of like a 12-year-old. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with their dick? Isn't that how he lost his fucking dumbass eye? Because he got his fucking eye hole fucked?
Hassan,
Oh, by the way, his T-shirt says molding adjective when someone is both mad and balding. I think what it says. First of all,
Hassan, I got a question for you. If you're ever watching this, do you want to get skull fucked? Because I can guarantee you that I will personally go there to your fucking apartment and skull fuck you right in the eye.
in Minecraft.
Yes, I will fucking skull fuck you if the chance is given. Watch yourself, you nigger. You, I mean, seriously.
bold.
Okay, Piker posted a series of tweets on Tuesday morning, mocking Crenshaw for discussing Saturday Night Live's Pete Davidson joking about the Republicans' injury. though Crenshaw swiftly accepted Davidson's apology and appeared alongside the comedy on SNL. You may be surprised to hear that he's a congressional candidate for Texas and not a hitman in a porno movie. Davidson tastefully joked in 2018, "I'm sorry, I know he lost his eye in R or in I or whatever." Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, and Dan Crenshaw is crying on a comedian's podcast about how not offended he was about a joke he made against him. Sorry, almost an entire year ago. Right-wing victimhood is a brain disease, Piker said, adding to the following tweet, crying from his remaining eye. Well, you know what else is a disease? Turbolactism. That's a mental disease. Hell, you should get disability for that shit because you are fucking retarded. Joe Rogan is comedy policing because Pete Davidson didn't call him a hero. LMAO, this is brilliant, he said. He added. Crenshaw, a former Navy SEAL, lost his eye in an IED explosion during his third deployment in Afghanistan. Crenshaw's campaign website describes the incident thusly. Excuse me. And on Dan's third deployment in 2012, his life changed forever. After a 6 months in combat operations, Dan was hit with an IED blast during a mission in Helmand Province, Afghanistan. He was evacuated and awoke from his medically induced coma, learning that his right eye had been destroyed in a blast and his left eye was still present but badly damaged. Dan was completely blind and the doctors did not believe he would ever see again. Tara stood by him every day and night, keeping faith and praying he would see again. After several difficult surgeries, he eventually regained sight in his left eye. A miracle, according to the head surgeon. During the same stream, Piker said that the United States deserved to have the Twin Towers targeted by suicide bombers on September 11, 2001, killing 3,000 in a sense.
Okay, let's take a look at this video where he said that.
Hold on, Glass,
America
real
deser-
quick. You know it's bad when even Keemstar gets involved in roasting the fuck out of Cenk Yurgis's nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a string of other things along the way that's actually starting to make me like Keemstar as a person now.
I like how he put far left in parentheses. No.
Well, he's not wrong.
And why in brackets? Because usually when something is in brackets, you can omit it and the sentence still makes sense. But in this case, Twitch streamer whose says, nah. No, far left shouldn't be in brackets. Or the bracket should open before whose. Twitch streamer, open bracket, whose far left, close bracket. That doesn't matter. Let's watch this.
Deserve 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering and training
video
and
game.
equipping and enhancing their capabilities. So that's part of what we're doing. And the other part is just knowledge. We want to know what's happening.
Wait. What did he say in video game? Let's do it again.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering and training
video
and
game.
equipping and enhancing.
Oh, who says America deserved 9/11 in a video game? What? I mean, I jokingly said in Minecraft, but did he actually think? It doesn't even make sense. Oh, okay. As I said, he's not the dumbest person on, on TYT, but he's not exactly he's dumb even by their standards.
He's on the lower end of TYT's intelligence meter.
Ah!
Okay, so in tweets addressing the remark, Piker wrote, America's foreign policy decisions has led to 9/11. This would have been a controversial thing to say in 2001. Stop being a fucking idiot. First of all, citation needed. Because it's you can say that. Let's assume that it's very complicated because just yeah, it's contributed, but
Well, I get what he's trying to say, but he just didn't say it very well. He didn't say it in a
he shouldn't have said that
obvious.
they deserved it. Should have said that.
Well, yes,
That
9/11 was blowback for the U.S.'s foreign policy in the Middle East for at least a decade up until that point with Osama. He released the manifesto in 1998, so 3 years prior, where he listed a couple of grievances, which included, the U.S. setting up military bases in Saudi Arabia, so non-Muslims using the Holy Land as their own military base, and then, obviously supporting Israel over the Palestinians, stuff like that.
I'm not sure why he even said this, because even if he believes this, which is
Yeah, it has no relevance to fucking Dan Crenshaw.
also just even if he fully believes this, why would he even say this? It's not something a smart person would say even when they believe it, unless they are living in a country which kind of support this sort of thinking. Because if you're living and working in a country that was the target of of a terrorist attack, saying that this attack was deserved, even when it's 18 years ago, it's not exactly a hot button issue, but still, it's not something you should say.
it really doesn't help that in the case of Hassan, his country is majority Muslim because Turkey. It really doesn't help that hot take he just did.
It also doesn't help that the network he works for is named after a regime responsible for genocide. And
I was about to say, imagine like going up to Hassan or Shank and telling him that that Turkey deserves its PKK terrorism. See how
Yeah,
that
because
flows.
basically as revenge for the Armenian genocide, which to this day Turkey still denies that it happened.
Oh no, that was another group, the Secret Liberation Army of Armenia, or whatever it was called. The PKK is the Kurdistan Workers' Party, because the Turks have not been very kind to its Kurdish population either.
Ah, okay.
They haven't been kind to anyone.
Well,
No.
there's a reason why they call Turkish people roaches, and
Okay.
they do act like roaches. They even look like roaches, so they must be roaches.
well, okay, in these subsequent tweets, he makes a bit more sense. Is that we supplied arms to and trained Bin Laden? That's true. Those not just Bin Laden. Don't forget that the Taliban. These people were portrayed as freedom fighters in the 80s because they were fighting against the Soviets, and
Yeah.
we all know
It was
how well that went. Then
it
again,
was so big that even the movie Rambo 3 was dedicated to the Mujahideen.
yeah, that's the thing. When glow in the dark, those who glow in the dark, wage proxy wars by creating insurrections and giving them financial aid, and yeah, they should have given them AIDS in the 80s. They would probably be happier for that. But yeah, giving them weapons, what could possibly go wrong? So it's not like this backfires pretty much all the time.
Man, if my friend from Detroit was alive today, she would be absolutely fucking livid because she lost a sister in the World Trade Center terrorist attack.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude.
That's awful.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago. Before she told me that like 10 years ago before she died.
So there's a follow-up article for this where yeah, Hassan tried to come up with an excuse, and this is as dumb an excuse as you'd expect. He said, "You could chalk it up to English being my second language." So not even just it's because no, you could chalk it up. Yeah, we could. We could also use
Oh,
Yeah.
Italians.
hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. This shit
He's
makes
able to use idioms perfectly, yet apparently he has problems like, oh, it's my second language.
Macho, Labs,
I mean,
Macho, Labs.
Yeah.
We all know that all three of us speak a second language, and that is English. And how the fuck does he think that he's like he's gonna use it as an excuse for his dumb answer? It's like being an asshole and then using the term, oh, I have Asperger's syndrome. I don't know what I was doing, so I was being a fucking. There's no excuse for being an asshole, you know.
He doesn't even have a fucking accent when he speaks English, so it's perfect.
Exactly.
So-
Unless I heard.
if he was not very good with language, he would make mistakes, confusing handmade and hand job, for example. But what he said,
Yeah.
he did exactly what he said. So it's
Yeah, he knew what he was saying.
so how could you excuse saying, "Oh, America deserved 9/11," and he meant it? It's like it's not saying that. Well, what I said was America deserved 9/11, but because I'm not good at English, what I really
What I said was taken out of context.
what I actually meant is that we should, make love, not war.
Dude, why does this guy look Pakistani? Or is it just because he looks retarded?
It's the second one.
Uh.
I mean, he's not.
Oh, he's Chunk's nephew! Oh, that explains everything.
Yeah.
His head is kind of small. His head is as wide as his neck, and his neck isn't that wide. It's not.
Bro, look at this dude.
It's not
Look at the
Trump's
top of his
neck.
head. Oh my god. I think his ears are actually legitimately uneven.
Yeah, probably.
Damn, son. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you have
Oh.
to compensate for the fact that he has his neck tilted, but even then, like, his fucking ears are like whacked out at shit, dude. Holy
Well,
fuck.
first of all, they would be competing with Dumbo.
Oh man, Dumbo, don't do my nigga Dumbo like that.
Yeah, but it's
Don't
unfair
do
to
my nigga dirty
it's
like
unfair
that.
to
Come on
Dumbo.
now.
It's unfair to Dumbo.
That's what I thought, motherfucker.
Let's see what the article says. So, Chunk Ogre disavowed the statement made from Piker throughout the discussion, but noted his nephew.
From the beginning, he said that he didn't like. He disavowed what he said from the get-go, even before Hassan had the time to justify himself.
Yeah. So, but noted his nephew should have a chance to explain the commentary. Well, I mean,
Well, yeah, of course.
yeah, but the problem is that his explanation, well,
Isn't much better than saying nothing.
yeah. For his part, Piker said he used imprecise language when he declared America deserved 9/11. Okay, in this case, well, I get what he's trying to say. That's that. Yeah, okay, we can forgive this one, but the other one about brave soldier fucking in the eye, that's stupid and also kind of ew. Say this, you fucking degenerate. Oh, underscoring that he's anti-war. Yeah, anti-war, and yet praises the brave Mujahideen soldier who did this. Yeah, that's very anti-war. Why would you call someone brave? First of all, setting up IEDs is not exactly brave. You are not, necessarily in danger. If you are
Yeah.
on the front line shooting at someone, that's you could say it's brave. But if you, put a bomb under a car and go away and let it do its
Yeah.
business, it's not brave.
Just the saying, "Oh, America deserved 9/11." Well, it didn't happen in out of fucking nowhere, out of left field, but mixed with the brave fucking soldier comment, it's just no.
America deserved that. I did it.
Durka.
If you didn't say brave soldier, maybe, but the fact that you use this word, huh. I thought that I was saying that you could draw a direct line, basically, that it was a consequence of all the things that we have done in the region. Well, again, you can argue that even if America didn't do it, you know, terrorists attack a lot of countries, like those cars of
I think
flags of peace in Germany.
he also
In
said that
France.
yeah, he also said that I was like, oh yeah, they want to protect America, yet they're sending her children to it. It's like, yeah, well, how else do you want to fight a war?
Hmm.
I think it was him, or it was somewhere on Twitter. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you even on?
Yeah, well, you can wage a war by drone strikes. You know how certain recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize did. Oh, hello there.
No,
What the hell was?
yeah,
James, you sounded like we were watching you on a TV that isn't tuned properly.
Yeah.
Your voice barely audible.
so your two options are either get in the same century as us, or do something about your mic.
It's like, well,
Don't use a potato.
no, we should play some what's it called, like retro wave or what's that 80s inspired music genre called?
Yeah.
You should play it and pretend it like late 80s or early 90s. Nostalgia. Okay, and he's gone. Firing up his time machine to get into the 21st century. Okay, let's continue. Boom. I didn't say Americans deserve 9/11. I said America deserves 9/11. Well, the country is mostly, the inhabitants, so it's kind of very similar concepts. They didn't attack some landmark that had no people in it just to punish the country. They attacked building full of people, so it's
I mean,
Yeah.
you could argue the Pentagon was a military target because it kind of is.
yeah. But the Pentagon wasn't the only target.
Yeah. Obviously, when people think of 9/11, the towers are the first thing they think of.
Besides,
Yeah.
the
Towers, and there was also the White House that was planned to be hit.
Yeah, either that or the Capitol building, but it crash landed in Pennsylvania. So
Yeah.
Oh, and even Chan Korger says it's still wrong.
Yeah.
Well, at last, Chan Korger said something not stupid.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you could chalk it up to English being my second language. Well, we could, but we shouldn't. Or whatever you
It's
want to
like,
chalk it up
yeah,
to.
that's it. We could, but we won't. We could chalk it up you being a fucking terrorist sympathizer.
He's not even.
We won't.
He's not believing his own bullshit himself. Look at this.
you could, but yeah, we won't. We're
It's
not going
like,
to take your
oh,
word for
you
that.
could. There's a lot of things we could.
But if we did, then we're free to assume you're a fucking idiot who doesn't know how language works. So you shouldn't be really qualified to talk about anything.
Well, you shouldn't be qualified to be on the fucking on TYT if it's such as such.
No, he is qualified.
If you're going to make a mistake, I know. If you're going to make a mistake like that and blame it on bad English, then you lost the right to be taken seriously anytime after that.
Yeah. Well, what is your first language? The same one as in Qatar?
The funny thing is, he was born in New Jersey, so even though
Hmm.
he was raised in Istanbul, but still.
No. If it was in Jersey, that's okay. It was probably.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, your sound, came out. Oh, not came out.
There's a lag going on somewhere.
It's like probably some dodgy internet connection. Just those dropouts in packets cause sometimes the sound to cut off. Well, at least you're not in a UK. If you're not in a big city, internet connection can be really tight. It's like even Australia laughs at the UK internet connection. Not very loudly because they're not in no position to LOL, but they can still.
Select which microphone.
Well,
James, you're still a bit fucked
you're
up.
still in the 80s, judging by the sound.
Get off a dial-up.
This noise is analog. Now, digital noise is
Yeah, I know.
That's the thing about analog noise is really can be really different. But digital noise is when it's there, you either hear clearly or you have a really garbled mess. There's no in between. But with analog, it can be degradation of signal can be as gradual as it gets. So
That actually finally improved it.
No, it still sounds like shit.
yeah, it was barely legible.
Hmm.
Very legible, but there's way more static going on.
It sounds like it has a microphone boost to the maximum, but the microphone itself is really quiet. I don't know.
Doesn't James use like his fucking PS or no? He said he uses like a microphone from the
Same
80s.
same Logitech microphone I've been using since
I think that maybe your Discord is using different microphone than your normal one, because that sounds like maybe a built-in microphone built into a laptop that is picking up a lot of fan noise, maybe, or something.
Well,
I have two fans on in my room right now, but since I'm using a headset mic, you can't hear it.
No, I meant
I have
well, sometimes the microphone is in the laptop near the fan, and when laptop, the fan is small, so
Yeah,
push a lot of air through.
I have an
Yeah.
industrial fan a couple of inches away from
the
me.
only thing I got is the same box fan and I have going every week.
It's still bad. And again,
All I heard was box fan. That's the only thing I heard out of that.
yeah.
I know why I'm having problems with now this week.
We don't know why you're having problems either, but I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of it.
Sounds like it's not fan. It's more like pink noise, more in the high frequencies. If it was white noise, it would be broadband, but it's really high frequency noise. I have no idea where it's coming from.
Troubleshooting audio with Glebs.
Yeah, it's kind of like our shtick, audio issues is
Yeah.
our typical stuff. So the rest of the article is recapping what happened. So, defending the vile remarks, Piker emphasized that he does not owe Crenshaw respect for serving in our military, though he noted that the Republican took the mockery like a champ. Oh, because, well, imagine if the roles were reversed. Because Hassan wouldn't take any. Remember when Hassan just flipped out at his own viewers during the live stream, when his own viewers decided to outwoke him and accuse him of misogyny because he said something bad about a woman. Remember that happened?
I was about to say, I'm willing to bet Hassan probably loses his shit every time, Tulsi Gabbard gets interviewed by the mainstream media, and they always, try to character assassinate her by constantly trying to ask her about Assad. They always ask the pure question: "Is Assad a murderous dictator to you?" He probably views it as disrespectful to her because Tulsi was like a veteran, but this guy saying this is fucking more blatantly disrespectful. Yet he doesn't feel any obliged. I mean, Tulsi takes it like a champ too, but I'd say the media should still apologize to her. But yeah, Hassan, we know you're not going to apologize because you're a piece of shit. But
So, because of this scandal, it's hard to find his previous, compilations of him flipping out. Let me try finding it.
I'm sure they'd exist.
I know he shared one on Twitter, but oh no, I think I found it. Oh no, it's not that. Again,
But again, I'd also like to bring up about Den Crenshaw. He obviously doesn't deserve this attack, but he's still kind of a wolf in sheep's clothing because he still supports. He's been pretty active in trying to support red flag legislation.
Yeah, well, under many red flag legislation, a lot of people don't realize they themselves would be in trouble.
Yeah,
I think that
okay, that's a video by Sinatra Says, and he has
done with all of you. First and foremost, I've been shitting. I've been taking fat dookies on every single person in a humorous, albeit humorous fashion, where like I say, oh, you're bald Joe Biden. No one says anything. When I'm shitting on the fucking straight white dudes, you guys are literally turning me into a fucking reactionary. When I shit on the straight white dudes in the exact same fashion, no one fucking bats an eye. But as soon as I say Amy Klobuchar is a fucking sociopath, because literally her staff members have said she's a fucking sociopath, everyone's like, I can't believe you guys are attacking a woman. Shut the fuck up, dude. Yeah, I fucking hate women. How about that? Fuck you.
Do you see?
Okay, how's that?
Oh, good. You finally fixed it.
No, I switched over to my webcam's microphone.
Oh.
I was right. You were using the.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, apparently I have to use this for on here, but like when the regular like normal streaming, I can actually use my normal equipment. Okay.
That's probably because Discord is set up to use different devices. I don't know how your setup working, because I remember you had two webcams. One of them was spazzing out all the time, and the other one they were quirking.
Yeah, and then I was all green for a while.
I think there's probably either bad solder joint or your the image sensor is dying. Probably bad solder joint somewhere, so it's only the green channel was working, and then it was spazzing out because of the bad solder joint.
Yeah, no, but then it went back to normal. It just like it was green, and then like because it was my PlayStation camera that I was using.
Yeah, well, that's typical symptom of bad soldering, because when it makes contact, it's intermittent. So depending on.
I mean, now all I have is my Logitech camera. Now I got rid of the other two. So anyway, what is the actual topic?
Talking about Hassan Piker being a piece of shit to Dan Crenshaw.
I decided to show his previous, when he flipped out at his Twitch viewers.
Oh, okay, yeah, this guy.
Yeah, so he's nephew of none other than Chunk Ogre,
Oh.
This the previous episode happened like in July, but it's still funny. It's funny how he cultivated this. Viewers are woke SJWs, so he was so surprised when they turned on him, even though actually in this case he deserved it, because sleep with wolves, sleep with dogs, wake with fleas, or sleep with dogs, you are a white woman. Very original joke, I know, but what's the name of this bitch? The one that is infamous for
Anna Kasparian?
no, for diddling dogs.
Oh,
Whitney, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah. As far as we know, Anna Kasparian doesn't fuck dogs, but she's worse. She's worked for young turds. I mean, if you're gonna be a degenerate, at least fucking dogs is not as degrading as being one of the young turds. Just saying.
Of course.
Let's see what else you have to say in this stream.
All of you. First and foremost, I've been shitting. I've been taking fat dookies on every single person in a humorous, albeit humorous fashion, where like I say, oh, you're bald Joe Biden.
Yeah, it's humorous. To be humorous, it has to be funny. The only time he's funny is when he's trying to be serious. Actually, really funny when his own woke crowd turns on him. It's unintentional comedy. Best kind of comedy he can provide. But yeah, I think you get the idea. It's really.
Yeah.
It couldn't have happened to a better person. Anyways, that's the story. Sure. What else to say about him? He's a typical young turd. Speaking of QIT, I just wanted to. It's an older meme, but it's still relevant.
no fucking idea.
I wish I had the same voice as David Attenborough because, well, like we say, in here we see the water buffalo in his natural habitat. He is staring menacingly at his prey.
I don't know, it's his style to make silly faces, and it's not supposed to be a
Ooga
comedy.
booga. Ooga booga.
It is a
Chunk.
clown show, but it's not supposed to be comedy. So it's not like the only time he does it. He did it so many times. And when he's upset at someone and tries to debunk something, he just starts making faces and making noises and flails his arms. It's I don't know what it is, and yells.
The the Czech the Chenkimus uguris species of the water buffalo is well known for staring at you menacingly with its deadly 1,000-yard stare. And it's really gigantic eyebrows. The big difference between the female species and the male species is the size of their genitals. Other than that, they look the same. So their prime form of sustenance is quite simply well, channels like CNN. And you know what? Never mind. I can't do this real well.
His primary source of sustenance is probably, I don't know, lard.
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Copious amounts of lard, usually in buckets, and with a good smell of garlic. And it is written. I found a couple of these, and they are written hummus. His preciousness is tubs of hummus. They usually prowl in groups, but this one has been prowling against the his enemies, the right wing uh, quote unquote reactionaries. In
He
a,
used to be one himself in the past. Remember? He doesn't want anyone to remember, but he used to be a really stupid conservative before becoming a really stupid liberal. Well, liberal might not be the correct word. He's a progressive, which is
he woke. He got woke after. Oh, there we go. There we go. I have a good one. This particular example has been fed copious amounts of LSD and crystal meth, which made him incredibly woke, and now prowls around the Sahara,
yeah, well, maybe so.
feasting
It's probably
feasting on his enemies.
he took so much meth that he was woke for a month
Hmm.
without sleeping, and probably was brain damage if he had a brain to begin with. But the
Guy,
problem
man.
is that his demeanor is rubbing off on his subordinates. For example, Kyle Kaklinski, he also started behaving like Chunk Ogre, yelling.
Yeah, he does. Even his the title of his videos, it's like, dude, just stop. Stop trying to meme.
Well, he could never stand. Well, he
You
could
were
never stand up
fucking
against Alex Jones, though.
wrong.
Yeah, no, Alex
Wrong.
Jones is actually entertaining,
Wrong.
so.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Enough of this. Let's
Did you say Wonga? Wonga. That was actually. Wonga was basically a term that a friend of mine. You won't believe where he got that. He got it from British advertising for the lottery. And there was this dude, this fat dude, shouting "Wonga" when it came to money. So that's where he got it from.
Yeah, this is actually the first picture of him I've ever seen that it doesn't look like his shoulders are trying to go up into his ears.
Big question for Cal: do you eat pussy like that?
Like, no, seriously, if you ever watch his videos, it always looks like, he's shrugging the entire video.
Kyle,
It-
yeah.
Kyle, do you eat like that? Like Wonga. I mean, I want to bet he shouts Wonga whenever he comes. Well, if he ever comes. Because most of the guy's semen is pretty much backed up and goes back into the prostate. Go ahead, guys.
Oh, don't leave.
No.
Okay, good.
No. He's I'm willing to bet he has well, there is a character in Grand Theft Auto 5 who is known as Impotent Rage. I'm willing to bet this guy has the same issue as Impotent Rage. He's basically a liberal superhero whose superpower is to get righteously mad at his conservative enemies.
Well, how is it different from your typical leftist nowadays?
The guy's pretty much the leftist parody of Batman. He's pretty much he pretty much is the lefty version of Batman, because in the case of Impotent Rage, he's even the CEO of a giant corporation.
Speaking of a giant corporation, I should mention that Gillette decided to dial down, not dial down, just completely abandon their SJW marketing strategy after it cost them 8 billion in
Jesus. 8 billion. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the investors must not have been happy.
well, again, it's not like they lost as much money. It's just their value diminished. It's not like they had to pay 8 billion to someone or their revenue,
Yeah.
but the value, the net worth is taken a hit. Again, it's a huge corporation, Procter and Gamble. So it's not like they won't ever recover, but it turned out to be like a big backfire. And they still, funny how they still don't admit that the loss in revenue was not revenue, loss in net worth was because of this wokeness. They came up with stupid excuses, which would apply to any company that makes shaving accessories. But they're the only ones who have such a big drop, and this drop occurred only after their ad campaign. Still, they don't admit that this ad campaign was a big mistake, but they decided to completely drop this idea. So
No, they won't do it because then they admit, okay, our woke ads cause us to lose revenue. Then they might get shit on by the fucking SJW crowd.
Yeah,
Saying,
the
oh,
same people that don't buy their shit to begin with because, shaving hair is conforming to patriarchal beauty standards. It's like you're trying to make people that don't buy your shit to begin with happy, for what?
I was about to say, why would they care about what a bunch of fucking pink-haired, unshaven SJW feminist harpies care about Gillette? But yeah, they'd suffer people angrily tweeting and messaging them, oh, yeah, this is capitulating to patriarchy and white supremacism. Basically, they get backlash for that. So it's better for them to quietly go back to what they were doing before, and then it'll be like nothing ever happened. We don't have to suffer yet another backlash politically. That's why they're doing it.
those corporate heads, they actually believe in this shit. It's like they have incompetent people that drive marketing, and they think that this is to be hip with the kids. And obviously, SJWs, they are loud. They think that Twitter is real life. So if something is popular on Twitter and people talk about this, it means that this is representative of the general population, which it isn't.
I'll never stop laughing my ass off at the interview that fucking Fredo did with Rosie O'Donnell, and you could tell how she thinks that Hollywood is representative of the entire country. It's just like, well, everybody I know wants. Trump definitely hacked the election with the help of Putin. Everyone I know wants him thrown out of office, and everyone who shows up at his rallies are just paid actors.
She really said this?
Yes!
Wow. Well, I mean,
And even Fredo is just like, I've been to his rallies. There's a lot of people. Oh no, they're all just paid actors.
and these people call Alex Jones a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, I'll see if I can bring it up. It's fucking.
Because these people think that because they live in their bubbles, they will if you are friends with them and they find out that you are right leaning, they will pretty much ghost you or kick you out of their lives, and because you are a bigot, even though bigot is someone who is intolerant towards people with different opinions, which makes them the bigots. But if they were capable of self-reflection, they wouldn't hold the beliefs they do. That's the funny thing. Since they filter, they only talk to people who agree with them. It's kind of like a cult. I'm not saying that all leftists are cultists, but it's kind of the result of similarities. And if you are marinating in your own circle without any fresh ideas getting in, well, you are completely detached from reality, and just to outside observers, you look pretty, like you're fucking crazy. That's it, and that's why cults try to make people, limit people's involvement with the outside world. They want everyone to only talk to the like-minded, brainwashed people. That's otherwise others might help them see how how crazy the cult is. But if everyone you talk to doesn't think that your cult is crazy, that you might not think that cult is crazy. That's one of the quirks of human psychology, is that pressure is real. Even if you see that something is crazy, but everyone else around you, like literally everyone else, thinks it's normal, you might persuade yourself it's wrong, and maybe you are wrong for noticing that something isn't right. At least this works much better on weak-minded people, but everyone is more or less susceptible to these effects. Now, if you're strong-willed, you might at least start second-guessing yourself, even if it doesn't completely change your mind. But still, that's if you're weak-minded, then you're already more susceptible to being in a cult, and then be more susceptible to fall for their propaganda and not wanting to leave. And anyways, it's neither here nor there. Since you mentioned this reminds me of something else. It was like in 2015 or maybe 2016, I think. Yeah, 2016. And this, what's the name of this guy? His last name was Green. It's like someone who makes YouTube videos, kind of popular, but I never watched any. And on Facebook he posted, so he went to Reddit, and there were a lot of posts from subreddit The Donald on the front page. And his thought was like, obviously this is not normal. It couldn't be that those posts are so popular. Obviously it's Russian hackers. And he posted it on Facebook unironically. And this is the guy who makes like educational videos.
You okay?
Yeah.
Oh shit, man down.
Yes.
Be careful with this bong. Don't.
I was thinking the same thing. Was James hearing that bond tonight? Damn.
No, it's seasonal bronchitis.
Ah, okay.
Reminds me of like a while ago I saw like a live stream, and this guy took such a bone grip that he just started coughing for almost for a minute. And
There
everyone
was a
get the vaporizer.
there was a dude who rigged a really big rig out of his jewel, and he started coughing like uncontrollably. I mean, we're talking about a 60-year-old boomer or some shit. Oh my
Oh,
cool
I'll be
down,
fine. I
kid!
have an appointment with my homeopath, in a couple of days.
Oh, wait.
I'm a cool kids. I've been ripping those jewels that
Oh
you can't
yeah,
buy
where
so
they
much.
do the fucking they did a survey and kids didn't know that Juuls were smoking. It's fucking stupid. Kids are
Yeah.
dumb.
Or they want to sit there and try to get you not to do the Juul by saying each Juul has as much nicotine as 20 cigarettes. It's like that's the fucking point.
That fucking ass, Jesus Christ.
Let's talk about something. Well, let's talk about
Yeah.
really how some people have really they have their priorities in order. Like for example, certain city, called San Francisco, it's drawing in shit, but at least they are going to clean up their language.
San Francisco is basically a weird mixture of India and Portland, Oregon 2.0. Oh wait a minute. San Francisco, where did this shit originally happen?
Let me remove some of this stupid stuff on the page. Real quick. Bottom zone.
But yeah, it seems the Californians are now importing Hindus who are shitting in the streets. They're pretty much going adapting to the whole superpower 2020 thing. In other words,
You found the clip?
Yeah, I posted it down a couple of minutes ago.
Did you know that?
oh god, this one.
I didn't find the timestamp yet. You're looking specifically for when she basically said everyone who shows up at the Trump rally is a paid actor.
Everyone, I don't hit.
Okay.
It's fair use, but still annoying.
Even if you speed up the clip.
So confused and lied to by our president and this administration, they're able to find that thing about America.
Formerly incarcerated persons.
Yeah.
Wait. You know what this shit reminds me of? You guys know that whole Doom thing when they called zombies formerly living people?
Oh God. Well, then again, formerly incarcerated does I guess it's easier to type than African American.
Oh.
Well, maybe let's finish this article then, and it's short, and then try to look at this. And we should remember to talk about the radical Alt-Centrists. It's kind of our topic, but yeah, let us. So yeah, the words felon, offender, convict, addict, and juvenile delinquent would be part of the past official San Francisco parlance under the new person first language guidelines adopted by the Board of Supervisors. When you have language police going forward, what was once called a convicted felon or an offender released from jail will be formerly incarcerated person, or okay, this is pretty much the same. What's the difference? But justice involved person. What the fuck is justice involved? That's really misleading. Or simply a returning resident. Oh, that's really misleading. Because how is different from someone who went, to live in a different state and then returned? That's a returning resident. When you are released from prison, resident of the city, even though it's different, right? I mean, that's how it works.
I mean, I don't see what I don't know why it is that liberals, are so pissed off about prison. I mean, it's a secure community where only the police have guns. It's free food, free medical care. I mean, it's a fucking liberal paradise.
Believing most alive living in a liberal paradise. Nice. Parolees and people on criminal probation will be referred to as a person on parole or person under supervision. Okay, parolee and person on parole, what's the difference? It's the same thing.
See, ever sit there and notice you can't call somebody a colored person, but you can call them a person of color. Like all that fucking newspeak.
But this person under supervision, again, this is really misleading because you think someone under supervision is, well, it sounds less bad than on probation, but it's under supervision is if you are a new employee in a factory, your supervisor looks at you so you don't fuck up. That's under supervision when you are being taught how to work. But if you are on criminal probation, that's not under supervision. It's well, kind of technically, they look that you don't fuck up, but you know what I mean. Okay. Juvenile delinquent will become a young person with justice system involvement. Yeah, that's
wow.
Or a young person impacted by the juvenile justice system. You would use these words to, if you have to write an essay and have a minimum word limit. So,
Yeah, with a word count.
Yeah, so you need to, pad it out. A young person impacted by the juvenile justice system. And drug addicts or substance abusers will become a person with a history of substance use. Well, that's actually completely wrong. Just because you use substances doesn't mean you are addicted to them.
Yeah, and saying that they overdosed 20 minutes ago, I'm sorry, that's not long enough to call a history.
If you have a history of substance use, doesn't mean you were at any time an addict. If you snort meth like once a year, but for 20 years, you have a history of substance use, but you're not addicted because once a year is, you know how to say, if you say no homo, you are straight. Say don't forget to say no homo after taking up the ass and make sure your balls are touched. And that's the same with drugs. Well, if you do meth every day, then you have a history of substance use and also you're an addict. So, but we need to make sure that junkies don't have their feelings hurt. Can't have that.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, speaking of, I have to find the friggin' thing, but you know where the cops were friggin' talking about like arresting people who made fun of this one crook that his fucking hairline.
Yeah.
Oh, it's UK. What do you expect? Fucking clown country. Honk honk, motherfucker. This is where you have to, you can't buy a butter knife without a license. And what do you expect? Don't you dare make fun of someone. At least they are having their priorities in order as well. At least they don't waste police resources on finding real criminals. They just police how people speak on Facebook. By the way, also Facebook, just don't use Facebook. Okay. We don't want people to be forever labeled for the worst things they have done. Well, I'm sorry. Even if you fucked a goat even once, you are a goat fucker for life. You're not a person with an incident of cross-species intercourse. You're a goat fucker. Yeah, once a goat fucker, always a goat fucker.
Yeah, I mean that's like somebody sitting there trying to say that masturbating with a belt tied around your neck, is not a bad thing. On an unrelated note, I'm no longer allowed in Walmart.
Heaney was one of the 10 supervisors Well, Gordon Marr made a good choice by not being president. Who voted for the new guidelines, which Supervisor Sandra Lee Fewer proposed. She should propose fewer stupid things in the future. According to the resolution, 1 of 5 California residents has a criminal record. What does it say about the state of California then? If 20% of your state are, criminals, then.
But then again, you got to remember, this is the same state that makes it that, like, watering your lawn on the alternate Wednesday is a misdemeanor and will actually get you arrested.
Yeah, but it's misdemeanor isn't on the criminal record, or is it?
I think yes.
I think that only means, actual felonies. No? I'm not an expert, so.
I wouldn't be able to say. I don't have, not that I know of.
Well, if you had a criminal record, you would know about that. It's not something that can happen to you without your knowledge. And words like prisoner, convict, inmate, or felon only serve to obstruct and separate people from society. Oh, wait, if you're a prisoner, that's the whole point, to separate you from society.
Yeah.
That's what prisons are for.
That's kind of the point.
Again, maybe if you were in prison in the past, maybe you could make a statement that it shouldn't be a stigma. But if you are in prison right now, yeah, stigma is kind of part of the whole experience.
What the fuck? What? Oh my god!
It gets better. Listen to this. And to make the institutionalization of racism and supremacy appear normal. So what are they saying? Are they saying that despite only being 13% of the population, is that what they're saying? Because they are the ones to mention race,
I mean, yeah, California is one of the.
Criminal is not a race. It's type of behavior, I guess. So they are pretty much saying that there's a racial disparity, and white people aren't the ones overly represented among criminals. That's the only conclusion you can get from this. That's a very roundabout way of saying it, but they are saying it. Again, I'm not even going to comment on this.
Oh boy.
This is how you're, trying to be woke and sound a lot like, the opposite of woke. Inaccurate information. If someone
That's called.
if someone is in prison and they call this person a prisoner, that's accurate information.
Oof.
That's not an inaccurate information. Unfounded assumptions. Well, if someone is a prisoner, I assume they are in prison. So, what unfounded assumptions? Generalization.
If someone in prison isn't a prisoner, then what are they?
Well, maybe they work there. I don't know, prison guard.
Okay, who isn't there and serving time for a crime they committed?
Well, it's probably they will come up with something like involuntary resident or something.
So fucking reminds me of the George Carlin skit about soft language that he did like 30 years ago, and it's more true now than it was at the time.
Yeah, it's like a lot of things became like prophetic. Remember this movie, Demolition Man? It's actually more, applies better to nowadays than when it was made. Well, again, it's set in the future, so it makes sense that the further into the future we go, the more applicable it is. But still, it's brilliant. Funny, it's kind of cheesy.
Also, I left the relevant timestamps for the Rosie O'Donnell, Chris Como thing.
Thank you. We'll check it out. Finish this article. It's almost over. Inaccurate information. Negative predispositions associated with justice-involved individuals. Well, again, if you start calling them justice-involved individuals, then this term becomes a new, slur. So just because you change the term, there will be only a short period when people adjust to this new language, and then it's like calling people with mental disabilities special. Well, now oh, you are so special. It became a slur. Just change
Oh
the
god,
term.
yeah.
It's enough.
You're so involved.
Yeah. Justice involved. Again, it's a involved with justice on the receiving end, because
Yeah.
judges and lawyers, prosecutors, they're also justice involved individuals. But eight societal stigmas. Well, if you don't want to be stigmatized, you just don't commit crimes. I get what they mean. If prisons should, in theory, rehabilitate people instead of branding them and ruining their lives forever. Because some crimes are if you serve your time, it should be it. If you don't commit any more crimes, then that should be it. But again, trying to just calling them a different term wouldn't just change anything. Like if you trying to find job, your employer will see that you are a justice involved person. So what's the difference? It's still on the record. It's not like they get a new name and a new set of documents and get plastic surgery. They will still have their record and the stigma, just stigma by a different name. What's the point? We want them ultimately to become contributing citizens. Well, maybe you should try something. I don't know. Instead of changing name, do something actually productive. Like, for example, find out why 20% of your state presidents are justice involved individuals. Maybe fight the problem at its core, not the the language. If you find out why there's this shit going on, maybe you can reduce the number of people involved in crime in the future, and you won't need to rename them. But again, changing the words is easier than doing something actually useful. And referring to them as felons is like a scarlet letter that they can never get away from. Now calling them justice involved individuals will be a scarlet letter. Whoop de fucking do. The non-binding resolution passed last month, so it's pretty much you can ignore it. Not only is it stupid, but it's also pointless because it's voluntary. Pretty much, if it's non-binding. The mayor didn't sign off on the new language proposal. Yeah, good on the mayor. I wouldn't either. Oh, we lost.
Yep.
Lost Blackboard.
We lost one.
Oops. It's the beginning of the end.
Oh, we didn't lose Blackboard. Did we lose?
Oh no!
It's fun to try to play GTA 5 with people who don't do jack shit.
Oh no!
Maybe he'll be back.
Anyways, Mayor London Breed. Yeah, it's actually a real name apparently. London Breed.
It's like London breed of what? Dogs, cats. Why would you keep that as your name?
Well, I mean, it's not speed weed, so actually no, speed weed is
Speedweed.
Yeah, speed weed. Co-producer Dick Wolf.
Eh.
Okay, doesn't implement policies based on non-binding resolutions, but she is always happy to work with the board on issues around equality or equity and criminal justice reform. Well, can maybe do something about justice system. I don't know how come there's like 20% of Californians have a criminal record. Again, maybe passing more laws isn't the solution, because the more laws you create, the more people will break them just because there's more of them, and you create more criminals, not less. But I said that spokesmarshal Jeff Creighton. Okay. Meanwhile, police spokesman David Stevenson said the department has made our members aware of the resolution and are researching possible impacts on operations and communications. So basically, they will have more stupid paperwork because of this.
Sounds like even the San Francisco police force is cucked.
I don't think it's the police themselves. I think it's just they kind of forced to.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
District Attorney's office is already on board. Sure, this will solve the problem. The language solution makes no mention of terms for victims of crime, but using the new terminology, someone whose car has been broken into could well be a person who has come in contact with a returning resident who was involved with the justice system and who is currently under supervision with a history of substance.
This article has to be a joke, right?
It's real, SF Chronicle.
So what is their plan to just blow up the legal system by literally overwhelming the hard drives with 5 gigs documents instead of 3 megs?
I like how even
Well,
the
3
architect
megs for a text file that's already a lot.
I like how even the article takes a piss at this. It's great. Anyways, yes. There's not much even to say about this. It's virtue signaling. I'm sure that these people know full well that this wouldn't change much. It just, to feel good. Feel good.
Lordy.
All right.
Burp.
Also, I like this guy's look at his face. All the time he has this really face of suffering. I mean, I would suffer too if I was working for CNN. It's, every day. You know that you're
Maybe.
a mockery of the profession.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this could be worse. At least he's not Anthony Birch.
Yeah,
But he still
that is true.
but he still feels insecure thanks to his brother and his dad being the governor of New York, and he'll never be that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, all the time he has this face of suffering. Yeah. Anyways, let's play this.
I think most of America wants him to be out, although you can't tell that from reading some of the, watching Fox News or whatnot, which is just like state-run TV in Russia at this point.
Yeah, Fox News, state-run TV. Does she not know that they were, pretty much anti-Trump until it became financially infeasible for them? Remember?
Yes.
Interviews that
Yeah.
Bill O'Reilly did with Trump. He was really trying to not just hardball. He was trying to be like actively, an asshole. When he's like, "Oh, you said you praised you said that Putin is a strong leader." Well, I mean, dictator has to be a strong leader by definition. Oh, so if you call someone a strong leader, you automatically approve of everything this person has ever done in their life. What the hell? This was even worse than what CNN does. So
I was about to say, yeah, up until like 2018, like after Trump's first year in office, like 50% of Fox's news stories about Trump were negative. And then they saw what happened to the Weekly Standard, which was a neocon propaganda rag that was ferociously anti-Trump. It went broke as a result. And they're like, well, yeah, fuck you, Weekly Standard, rotten piss. But, Fox News probably would suffer the same fate because now they got competition from other places like One America News. People would flock to that.
Those like the woke and broke curse doesn't just affect the left. It also affects the anti-Trump right.
Yeah, so Fox was kind of forced to, okay, we won't be praising Trump, we just won't be negative about him, so they can retain some of their fucking audience. I mean, the average Fox viewer last time I checked was like 69 years old, so they have to cling on to what they got.
Fox News, we cater to boomers.
Boomer time.
I think it's Sticks Hammer uses this metaphor a lot. That the TV news coverage is like it's a shrinking pond, but in this pond, Fox News is actually growing because CNN is hemorrhaging. Not hemorrhaging. It's like the subscribers are gushing out basically, and Fox News picks up a lot of them, so they are growing even though the whole as a whole this type of media is shrinking.
Well, yeah, overnight, like as soon as the Mueller investigation concluded, included, and there was be no indictment against anybody overnight. Rachel Maddow lost like 600,000 viewers, and Sean Hannity gained like over 1 million, and then Tucker Carlson picked up close to that as well.
I guess Hannity is, you could call Hannity a Trump fanboy. So in this case,
Yeah.
Hannity's a fucking boomer neocon, so
yeah. But it's like Fox News, not everyone there is Hannity. So yeah.
no.
Also, Tucker Carlson is probably the only reason to
Watch Fox News, yeah.
Also, this Gutfield, what's his name?
Oh, Greg Gutfield?
Yeah, also pretty decent.
He's pretty good, but he's only on the weekends, I think. Although he is on The View, I still... Not The View, the Five, that's what it's called, during the week.
But otherwise, like, who the fuck watches TV anyways? Yeah. The fact that it goes like, state propaganda, it's like they cater to a certain demographic. It's pretty bad that TV news stations have an agenda, but that's kind of the world we live in. Besides,
Well,
saying that Fox News has an agenda while being on CNN is like North Korea lecturing any other country about
no.
rights abuse.
But yeah, Fox News panders to conservatives. Otherwise, they're just a self-serving, private entity. They tried to espouse neoconservatism since their inception, but that's an unpopular ideology. So they're just, at this point, they actively at one point did, but now they're just pandering to conservatives. Kind of like how MSNBC was never really progressive. They just tried to pander to progressives. It's, yeah.
Yeah, the only
But
thing
they're not.
The only thing they gave a shit about is money, to be honest with you.
Because I heard they actually fired Ed Schultz from MSNBC because he covered a Bernie Sanders rally.
Fuck.
Wait, so they fire someone for covering newsworthy things? Like,
Well, yeah.
isn't that what news are supposed to be? So they fire someone for doing what he was supposed to do. Okay.
Well, they're trying to serve as the fucking gatekeepers for the establishment. That's why nobody trusts, the mainstream news anymore. Because they're gatekeepers. They're supposed to be watchdogs, but instead they're gatekeepers.
Oh, speaking of MSNBC and gatekeeping, remember when Mika Brzezinski accidentally admitted that she thinks that they are the ones who are supposed to tell people what to believe? Oh, Trump is telling people what they should believe. It's our job. Remember when that happened? I mean, it was pretty obvious,
Guys.
but right from the horse's mouth. So, let's see what else this video is.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's not like anything like what CNN tried to pull through the email through WikiLeaks. Like, you're not supposed to read it. You're supposed to listen to what we say.
Yeah. By the way, wasn't this guy specifically in this picture who said this?
Yeah, Chris Cuomo, he said that. It's illegal for you to read the leaked emails, but it's okay for us because we're the journalists.
And the thing is that it was pretty much complete bullshit because journalists don't have a special status at all.
Journalists don't have rights. They do, actually. It's the funny part.
There's no legal exemption for journalists. Anyone who reports on the news is a journalist. There is no, card-carrying journalist. Just because you work as a journalist doesn't make you special. It's like
That's why after the election they wanted to literally pass a law defining who or what a journalist was, so they could try to combat fake news.
Yeah, that's gatekeeping. It's like saying, only people who work for a software development company are software developers. Fuck you. I can just sit at home, be unemployed, and just write software for fun. Software developer. That doesn't. You don't need to have some. It's not like medical practice when you have to be licensed. They try. Anyways, let's continue with this.
So all we have to do is encourage people to show up, to protest, to use their voice to save democracy. We've got just a couple months till November, and until then, we have to fight with everything we got, because if somehow they're able to rig the elections again, as I believe they did in 2016, then we're going to all be in trouble as democracy dies right here on our watch.
Well, one step at a time. The Russian interference is a known fact.
Oh, and which chat do we get the links? Yeah. Yeah, which server is our actual chat on, so I can get the link?
Voice chat I posted. Yeah.
Yeah, and in that, and the last thing in there is the Hassan Piker link.
No, go back again. I posted the video. Then I posted the relevant timestamps.
Progressives, Chris.
All right,
there will be a call for impeachment from all those not heard who are the majority in America.
Okay, I give you that fact. I'll stipulate to it for the point of this argument.
Okay.
So everybody calls out. You don't have the votes. It doesn't happen. You galvanize support for the president, and we are torn more apart in this country. Are you worried about that outcome?
When this guy is the voice of reason, it's also, how does she think impeachment works? Impeachment isn't popular vote. This is a procedure, and was it that the House has to vote on this, and then the Senate decides, right? So
yes.
Decide your fate.
The Senate will decide your fate.
Yeah, with Republican majority in the Senate, yeah, impeachment is foolhardy. I mean, the progressives want to do it because they just want to fucking grandstand, but
they probably don't know how it works. Even though this is supposed to be like in civics classes in school, but I don't know. You're probably not paying attention or something. And also,
well, he could still be impeached by the Congress, but he won't get kicked out thanks to the Senate.
Yeah, it's that's the thing, Bill Clinton was impeached and still was in office because it didn't go anywhere.
No, because it was stupid bullshit, and what the Democrats are trying to do now is stupid bullshit.
Stupid, because in case of Clinton, it was lying under oath, even though politician lying is kind of expected. But yes, at least they had a case. It wasn't a strong case because.
Yeah, I was about to say, impeaching someone over lying about a blowjob has got to be the most inconsequential thing ever. I mean, I mean, yeah, he shouldn't have done that, and yes, maybe it is technically an impeachable offense, but we should really only save impeachment for something really fucking serious.
Well, no, they didn't impeach him for lying about the blowjob. They impeached him for lying under oath in front of the Senate.
Yeah, it's literally a procedural bullshit.
No, that's not a procedural bullshit. He lied under oath while testifying in front of the Senate. It doesn't matter what it was. You lied under oath in front of the Senate.
Of all the things he did, this is like the least of his offenses. I mean, come on,
No, but I'm saying that's why they impeached him, though.
Yeah, but it went nowhere because it wasn't consequential enough. Yeah, it's technically is impeachable, but it's not enough to remove from office.
And that's the thing. All impeachment is saying is that you are being given a formal reprimand, saying that was not a nice thing to do, and that's its own separate thing completely.
In case when they want to impeach Trump for, I don't know, for what, for this Russian.
Oh yeah, I mean that you have to actually have something to impeach.
Why don't you impeach these nuts, Rosie?
Rosie O'Donnell, she's not exactly the sanest person.
I mean, she's not even a woman. She's
a fat, hulking donut eating piece tub of lard. That's what she is.
That's a long time. That's a long way to say that she's a bore.
What she's famous for, anyways?
She was an actress. I don't know, in the 80s and 90s.
She also had a light, how should I say, it's one of those talk shows.
Yeah, she was on The View for a long time.
Basically, she's actually the sumo version of Ellen DeGeneres, only just as degenerate.
Well, she was on The View, so nothing good. You could have stopped there. I don't think that, I've only probably seen, a couple segments of it, but it's what I saw was enough to. It's such a stupid show. I mean, again, I'm not saying that our show is great, but our show is better than The View. Oh. And anyways, it's the last timestamp was 5:10. Let's see.
Think you have to risk being offensive.
Well, when you report the economy, you report how it affects the top 1%, or you report how it affects everyone. The economy is doing good if you're a multi-billionaire. It's not doing good, and the tax cuts didn't do good for the average American. So,
They say, oh, this trickle-down economics, it doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. It's if businesses were doing bad, then their employees would be doing badly. But, also tax cuts aren't applicable only to the 1%. It's just what they hear on MSNBC. It's funny how they are telling people who actually receive benefits of those tax cuts that they don't see the benefits of tax cuts.
I saw the benefits. Sticks saw his benefits. I'm pretty sure all those of us who live in the United States saw them.
It's funny how maybe these people actually believe that this only applies to 1%. Because, well, they are the 1%, so they never probably talk to poor people or people of...
Yeah, I was about to say, I bet Rosie Donald doesn't have a friend who makes less than, I don't know, $500,000 a year.
It makes sense that these people are so out of touch that they don't... But even for CNN, saying something that is so blatantly and so demonstrably untrue is really stretching their what little credibility they have left. Well, it's actually pretty funny in its own right.
All right, well, keep
I don't believe
going,
that the
because that's
economy
when
is thriving
she goes
with
on
the
to talk about
metrics that you guys
Trump's supporters are all paid actors.
are using. But the fact of the matter is, he's not
I
only
am
bad
not
because he's a
seeing the
liar,
link
he's bad because he
anywhere.
doesn't.
I am not seeing the link anywhere. Like, I click on the podcast channel and it still shows me the timeline from whatever.
Text channel called Voices. It's called Voices, but it's a text channel.
Oh, okay. Now I'm on the right thing. God, that's a lot of buildings.
Doesn't know how to inspire people or evoke that emotion in them of
What about his
truth and of
rallies?
knowing. And first of all, people are paid, Chris. You know that. People were paid since he went down on the escalator. He pays people to show up at those
but
rallies.
I don't.
You know where she saw that those people are paid? In fucking Simpsons.
The Simpsons!
You know that there has been a nightly protest.
Everyone is yellow there.
It's like the Japanese. It's like the Asians because are white. Reverse skin color.
She actually believes that Simpsons are real life.
The Simpsons.
Cringe fest that they unleashed recently.
You're a multi-billionaire. It's not doing good, and the tax cuts didn't do good for the average American. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe if this 4chan guy wasn't such a devious hacker,
Devious hacker known as 4chan.
Whatever Putin can. Oh, this is so stupid. Yeah, she actually believes it.
But I don't know that that's why he gets tens of thousands at the rallies. I think he captures a
Well,
lot
he
of
doesn't
emotion
get
for
tens
people.
of thousands. When did he get tens of thousands
A
at the
lot
last
of these.
rally? Tell me when.
Oh no, not at the Tampa. I think they only had 9,000 seats, and there were people outside. But Rosie, I've seen them. He gets big groups of people who come out. He gives themes that
are
resonate. Whether
those
they're
people
positive or
paid,
not,
Chris?
that's up to other people to decide. Maybe
But
some
Chris,
are. I don't know.
those
I
people
can't.
paid?
I don't have the facts that his crowds are bought
But you
off.
can
I don't
look
have
on.
that.
You can look at. Well, you can look
the
at all
fact
the
of the matter
requests
is,
for.
he's not only bad because he's a liar, bad because he doesn't know how to inspire people. Or
Your audio is broadcasting the video you're watching. James.
Yeah.
Oh.
Extras to come and cheer and with signs for him. You can find those tangible pieces of evidence. Those are not real rallies. You know, when he went down on that escalator, he paid all those people there calling rapists and Mexicans rapists. This is not real what he's doing, even though he keeps.
There was a guy standing with a poster that says I was paid to be here or something.
Yeah.
Twice as ironic because a lot of people who are anti-Trump protests are being paid by Soros. It's not like a conspiracy theory; it was confirmed. And there's footage of them being bussed from and also, well, speaking of that, there was also some troll who posted ads for being paid way too much money for protesting against Trump, and every single news outlet ran with the story without fact checking anything. And Fox News, this evil state propaganda Fox News, turned out to be the only outlet that actually ran a background check and found out this was complete bullshit. Remember this guy they had on, and turned out he was like a dedicated troll. Remember? It was on Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
And this evil Fox News was the only organization that actually did some fact checking. Well, imagine that. You can make this shit up.
Keep screaming that you guys are not real. But the
Right.
more
Well, look,
that you
I know he
put
does
on
that.
his-
I know he does that, Rosie. But listen, I mean, look, I've known you a long time. You've known my family a long time. I don't judge
Yeah,
what
I love your mom.
and mom would be the first one to say. Let him say what he's going to say. You say what you know is true. You always keep your dignity. You always fight the good fight. So that's what we do. When he came down that escalator, did I see the reporting that there were paid people there? Yes, I did. Did I believe it? Yes, I did. Have I seen it at all of these rallies? No. So I'm not going to do what the president does. I'm not going to say they're all bought off. They're all fake because I think that's BS. I don't think it's true, and I'm not going to play to it just because it's satisfying.
But you could do the evidence to find out
Sure, we
whether
do
or
it
not
all the
it's
time.
true, and then lead with that.
Oh wow.
CNN media evidence. It's not like they had to revoke a lot of, retract a lot of their articles, especially the one where they were, if they didn't, they would be, sued up the ass, and they had to fire 3 people for posting.
Or the guy who they gave Journalist of the Year to. Turns out he faked all of his stories and sources.
Pretty much perfect microcosm of CNN. They're, then again, they're one of the, big famous people, Don Lemon is not only worst journalist of the year, but also alleged sexual predator.
Mm.
That sums it up pretty well. But then again, and Anderson Cooper, he sustains on soy. He actually said that, his meal is Soylent, which is surprise to no one. When fucking CNN wanker wants to, has to correct you, you fucked up. If you are too extreme even by, Cuomo standards.
Yeah, Tim Pool dropped a story the other day showing that most Americans don't want Trump impeached, including a significant number of those who don't support him.
Well, probably because they know it's a giant fucking farce, as we saw with the Clintons.
Yeah. Again, they voted for the Democrats for health care and a few other things, not to impeach Trump, and that's what they want to do. All right, looks like we're going to have a intermission.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for. I'm in the middle of doing my costume because next week I'm going to be way too fucking drunk at this point in the evening. Because I'm going. I'll be at Dragon Con.
Let me guess. You're gonna buy a bunch of Dragon Dudes on there.
No, I'm gonna. I already have like several gallons of apple pie liquor coming, and then I'm doing a what you would call like a kickoff event on Thursday night, and yeah, I got there's like already several people that are bringing like several bottles of booze, so it's like I'm gonna be pretty well stocked with booze for the weekend.
I mean, whenever I hear the name Dragon Con, all I hear is Dragon Dildo. Or because
yeah.
Dragon.
Dragon Con makes me think of a transformer that has a dragon shape.
Dragon Con.
But yeah, it's the biggest fan event on the really the biggest fan event in the country, to be honest. But it is basically the biggest event on the East Coast.
In the
Although there's been a lot of stuff going on lately that people are like really kind of pissed off about, like what they're doing with there's this thing called the Armory, which was they bring actual they all have the firing pins removed, but like they have an actual 50 caliber fucking machine gun.
Nice.
You know, I mean, and like actual military weapons and things like that. I mean, just all sorts of stuff. And it's a really good place if you're actually wanting to know about weapons and things like that, so that way you can write them better, or if you're like a historian or whatever else. It was one of the more popular things in there every year. But now it's like they're bringing sitting there, and they told the people running it that because of security reasons, they had to choose between whether or not to have the gun room or the sword room. I mean, personally, I like the sword room a little bit better because I like stabby things much better than I like shooty things.
Well, to be fair, like a bullet is a stabby thing. Like a machine gun, it releases a lot of little stabby things. So
I'm guessing what James is trying to say. He'd rather use a large thing to stab a person with at close range rather than something that fires a stabby thing from a distance.
Yes, it's a little hard. I mean, you can use a sniper rifle and watch the light leave their eyes, but yeah, a knife or a sword really is much better for that.
oh, it reminds me of this description of Dragunov's rifle from Jagged Alliance 2. Reach out and touch people the Russian army's way.
That's a nice way to describe it.
It brought more than fear into the hearts of the enemies or something, implying more than fear being something in Full Metal Jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Jagged Alliance 2 is really, it's kind of a lot of stuff in this game is really tongue in cheek. Like for example, you hire mercenaries on the internet. So you start the game with opening a laptop and just going to a website to hire mercenaries, and then you get spam, and one of the spam letters is another site for recruiting mercenaries. The mercenaries, they are kind of shit, but also really really cheap. So if you are on a shoestring budget, you want to hire those. A lot of stuff. It's kind of serious, kind of not quite. It's really pick it up. It's actually I have it in my library, but I haven't installed it yet. Last time I played was like years ago. Actually, interesting game. So yeah, the plot is that you are hired to overthrow a dictator in kind of, typical what you expect. But anyways, let's actually talk about the main topic. Finally,
Oh yeah, the main
right?
event.
But yeah, it's like well, it's not a very recent one. It's from when was it? In 2018, like more than a year ago. It says centrists are the most hostile to democracy, not extremists. Yeah, because well, with the premise like this, there's some secret shit going on behind the curtains. It's no way this is true, and I'll show you how selective this person is with the truth. Okay, and notice the language is so alarmist. The warning signs are flashing red. Democracy is under threat. Across Europe and North America, candidates are more authoritarian, party systems are more volatile, and citizens are more hostile to the norms and institutions of liberal democracy. This sounds like some scrolling text in front of a cyberpunk movie.
Would you like to know more? That fucking movie's great.
These trends have prompted a major debate between those who view political discontent as economic, cultural, or generational in origin. Wait. So, major debate between economic, cultural, generational. Wait, it shouldn't be like one or the other. All three can be, a factor. So, but all of these explanations share one basic assumption: the threat is coming from the political extremes. But actually, the centrists are the real extremists, and the extremists are the real centrists. Yeah, because that makes total sense.
Dude, when I found that article by chance, like straight up by chance, because someone shared it with while he was shouting Fox Centrist, and I was like, dang, this, and it ends up it didn't get archived until now. Yeah.
On the right, ethno-nationalists and libertarians. Oh yeah, it's like they should be, put into the same category. Yeah, ethno-nationalists and libertarians. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Yeah. They put the Aryan in libertarian. Are accused of supporting fascist politics. Yeah, libertarian fascist.
Oh my god.
How is this a thing? Seriously.
Libertarian fascism. Okay, that's a new one.
How? Like, seriously? Really, nigga? Oh, wait. He's a progressive. Of course they think that all libertarians are fascists. Never mind. They actually think this.
Well, these are the same idiots who can't distinguish between like anarcho-capitalists using fucking Pinochet memes, ironically, and then actual alt-righters who genuinely glorify his regime. So
Remember this Stone Toss comic?
Let me get back into
Wasn't
that.
Pinochet a leftist?
no, he was a
Pinochet
right-winger.
was.
No, he overthrew a leftist. He overthrew Salvador Allende, who was the Socialist Party,
Allende.
president, whatever, Allende of Chile. He was backed by the CIA, United States. He was very much into the Chicago School of Economics, Milton Friedman, stuff like that. And then he stepped down in like 1990 or something. Died in 2006.
This is a Stone Toss comic. Kind of alludes to, well, it's not supposed to be like libertarians and fascists are the same. It's just like war makes for strange bedfellows. Like on one side we have end caps and fascists. On the other side we have commies and woke capitalism.
Yeah.
But it's not supposed to be like taken literally.
Well, again, if you notice, like, if you go, even doing the research for my upcoming Gamergate video, just like doing even looking on Wikipedia, these people do not distinguish between legit alt-righters and just people shit posting online.
Yeah, well, that would require intelligence, and we can't have that because intelligence is, being intelligent is, privilege, and they don't have any of that. Yeah. On the left, campus radicals and the so-called Antifa. Why Antifa are the only ones that are so-called? They're not so-called. They call themselves like that, so it's so-called. If this so-called writer wrote this so-called article, and it was published in a so-called newspaper, the New York Times. Just putting so-called. Again, maybe there was a minimum word count requirement. Movement are accused of betraying a liberal principle. Wait. To betray something, you first need to adopt it. You cannot betray something you never held. Campus
Yeah.
radicals and Antifa are. There's nothing liberal about them.
Yes. They're anarcho-communists and they are fundamentally opposed to liberalism. Hence why they spread. Yeah.
Across the board, the assumption is that radical views go hand in hand with support for authoritarianism. Gee, you think that fascists support authoritarianism? Where did you get this idea from?
Who could have thought?
What is this article? Moderation suggests a more committed approach to the democratic process. Gee, but moderates are the ones who have the moderate views? Wow. Is it true? Maybe not. Well, is it true that this guy, never fucked a goat? Well, maybe not. We don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty ambiguous.
My research, well, we will see about his research, suggests that across Europe and North America, centrists are the least supportive of democracy, the least committed to its institutions, and the most supportive of authoritarianism. Because that's the most moderate thing to do. Yeah, I examined the data from the most recent World Values Survey, 2010 to 2014, and European Values Survey from more than 10 years ago. Yeah, great. A lot of stuff changed in 10 years.
I was about to say, don't most freaking academics consider 10-year-old research to be dated? So not
Irrelevant.
Okay.
Oh, we need. Oh, speaking of which, we need that clip of fucking Rice Gum saying that. Irrelevant.
Well, he's kind of like irrelevant. Who the fuck is
No, but him saying that is good.
People still watch Rice Come? I mean, seriously, ever
No. I only know of him through fucking Ian.
Yeah, we all know through Ian because of Content Cop. Let's be
All I
honest.
know about him is that he was promoting scam. And
Well,
the
I
Fox
mean that.
News
Yeah.
did. But yeah, there's a reason why he's called Rice Cum. I mean, of all things, we should be calling him YouTube Charlie, just Vietnamese. Now that I think about it, we should show up at Rice Cum's house dressed up as U.S. Army soldiers and shout, "Didimo! Didimo, faggot!"
His mom hates him. He's a piece of shit. You see the shit he did to his mother?
No, what do you do?
He flexes on his mother. It's so pathetic. Yes.
Jesus.
She's probably now very firmly pro-choice.
I should have.
Yeah, right?
I should have swallowed when I had the chance.
Yeah, she wishes she aborted him, but it's too late.
This is so stupid. He thinks that this is a good look for him, good optics. No, this is really okay. Yeah, let's get back to this stupid article. Okay, two of the most the survey asks respondents. I'll show how he misrepresents this survey. Again, it's like cherry picking and taking things out of context. This is typical stuff. This is what he thinks is research. Okay, let's ask respondents to place themselves on a spectrum from far left to center to far right. I then plotted the proportion of each group's support for key democratic institutions. A copy of my working paper, I'll open it up in a new window, but oh, it's a Google Drive. Something tells me this more. Oh, it actually is there. But I'll show you the sources he used and how he misrepresents them. You know, just one misrepresentation would be enough to take his not take his words seriously. Okay, centrists are more skeptical of democracy. It says percentage of people who say democracy is a very good political system. Well, about that. Well, first of all, let me show you the question. The question was.
Also, define democracy because I like the Republican system as it is. But I don't want to become more democratic, as defined how some people wanted. Like, I heard some people, like, get rid of the Electoral College, let's even get rid of the Senate, because it'll be more democratic. I'm like, hell the fuck no.
Oof.
That does not make me a supporter of autocracy.
The funny thing is that, there was, you have to, actually, let's world value survey. Let me just show it right there. So you don't need archive. It's actually, I didn't check every single data point he used, but given what I have checked. Okay, so let's see because he misrepresented the questions themselves, not just the data. Okay, so download this, I open it, and it's. So this is the question he's referring to. So this was a question. I'm going to describe various types of political systems and ask what you think about each as a way of governing this country. For each one, would you say it's a very good, fairly bad, or very bad way of governing? So he only showed that the centrists didn't say, it was very good. But he didn't mention how many of them said it's fairly good. Because, I wouldn't call any way of governing as very good, because, none of them are.
It's really just pick your poison.
Yeah, democracy has a lot of failings. Like, it shouldn't, be like a. First of all, it shouldn't devolve into the dictatorship of the majority, because that's when you have, for example, two ethnic groups, one of which is in a minority, and the majority doesn't like it, and all of them just vote to strip them of their civil rights, like if something that happened in history many times, it would be democratic.
Tim,
it would be shit.
Yeah, Tim Pool also brought up the example of, okay, majority rule being all that is necessary is basically LA, a city of I don't know, several million people voting to take water away from the 5 or 10 nearby towns, which each have a population of only about combined of about 100,000 people.
Ferry, mind if I interject for a little second regarding Tim? I want to say something to him. Tim, I know you're a leftist. I know you always brag about it. I know you're a centrist. You say that you're a centrist. But here's the thing, Tim. Even centrists have strong opinions in some matters. So please, Tim, leave the left. Dave Rubin did it. Why don't you?
I think it's more.
Come on.
I think he's just his leftism is part of his cultural identity, and this is
Maybe he's just doing that because all these fucking far lefties are like, oh, Tim's totally a right winger now, so he can say, no, I'm not a right winger. I'm still left.
Dude, I would
He's doing that out of spite.
I would fuck off just to spite these people.
I was about to say, if Antifa and social justice is gonna encompass the left from now on, I'd fucking run as far to the right as humanly possible. No, but if that's the hill he wants to die on, all we could do is just sit back and watch. He'll be the last. He'll be the last sane person who considers himself a left winger in this country.
There are no sane left wingers.
Tim, for the love of God, please get the fuck out of there. They're not your friends. They're gonna fuck you up, dude.
Oh, what the hell
They
happened?
eat.
There we go.
They
eat
eat
their
their
own.
own, for God's sake. They'll eat you too. In fact, they don't even. Again, even what was it?
Yeah, they love Korean. White bitches love Korean.
They love Korean barbecue. Jesus Christ.
And I don't think he's a rooftop Korean.
About to say, no, didn't. What was it? Wasn't it uncovered that from inside Google, even Google considers him like a right winger?
Yeah, he got pissed and made a video about it. Rooftop Korea, best Korea. Hey, at least they have strong Second Amendment rights. Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, and Korea already did have to deal with a military authoritarian regime of their own. Like several.
Yeah, I mean now they have to deal with the BTS dictatorship apparently.
The BTS army. The BTS
It was
army.
actually. Yeah, I was actually reading during the Korean War, the South Korean government was actually kind of bad, if not worse, than the North Korean government at that time, in terms of how autocratic and repressive it
They
was.
did not have the best Korea to run.
We need. Go ahead.
Oh, by the way, I need to share the link to you so you can see it. Well, you probably can see it on the screen, but with a delay. Yeah, I like how there's like only three options: far left, far right, and centrists. Where are the moderates on both sides?
Yeah, where's the center left? Where's the center right?
There are no more.
Encompassing everyone who isn't like fringe. That's like a very diverse group, and to say that there's political cohesion among centrists, it's kind of really simplifying it too much.
It goes pure centrism, which very few people actually are, because most centrists either lean right or left. But yeah, there's very few pure centrists. Then there's beyond center left and center right, you have right wing and left wing, and then you have far. Then beyond that, you have far right, far left.
Also notice how in Denmark the far right are the ones that support democracy the most according to this. So
It's like they didn't really pay attention when they were making their lies. Lies.
Also, European average. Again, saying European average, there are way too many.
Europe is not a country.
Yeah, it's like well, it says there's Denmark, Sweden, Germany, showing those countries, but you see how different those results between countries are, and then European average. Yeah, also United
Wait,
States,
like
33% seat is a very good system.
I would not consider like Northern Europe, like Western Europe, Eastern Europe. They should count those separately. Having them all as like Europe is just fucking retarded.
Also, like in the United States, just 33% centrist seat is a very good system. Maybe it's because they know it's not a very good system, but it's good enough. But saying, where people think that their system is like really, really good, the best thing ever. Like in a dictatorship where they are brainwashed every day, that's saying that we are the best. Everyone else is their systems are degenerate, but our glorious leader ensures that we are happy and working towards the bright future. That's where people think that their system is the best because they don't know anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you were to poll, I'm pretty sure Kim Jong-un probably has 100% approval rating in North Korea right now.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un. Well, let's be honest here. He's the son of God Emperor Kim Jong-il, or as I call him, Kim Jong-ilist. And then Kim Jong-ilist. Well, Kim Il-sung was basically the chairman Mao of South Korea. I mean, have you seen the propaganda these motherfuckers have when it comes to painting?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
the
Holy shit!
born. It's like
The backstory! The backstory of the birth of Kim Jong Il. Holy shit! So he was born in a forest, and one day that in a cave. He was born in a cave in a rainy day that supposedly suddenly turned sunny, and then he what was it again? He descended from the heavens.
and on this day the birds were singing in Korean.
They were singing K-pop.
Oh
They were
no,
singing K-pop.
BTS. Oh no.
They were singing. They were singing some Hyuna shit.
K-pop.
Oh, oh.
Let's get back to the article.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yo, motherfucker. Go ahead.
Centrists are least likely to support free and fair elections. I can say percentage of people who say that choosing a leader in a free election is an essential feature of democracy. Okay, I need to download the CSV file and run the numbers myself. I don't think that this is actual results because I don't agree with centrists. But again, the problem here, I can point out the problem is that they were asked to to evaluate each of these points, each of these statements, how essential they are to democracy from 1 to 10. But in this graph, it's like either true or false. So where is the cutoff point? When you have from 1 to 10, where do you draw the line where they are in favor or against? Because it just doesn't mention this. I wonder why. Maybe anything less than 9 is just cutoff point to him. Because that's kind of what I'm getting here. Again, I'm too lazy to do the numbers myself, but I might actually do it just for the
Do
fun.
it.
Some of the most striking data reflect respondents' view of elections. Support for free and fair election drops at the center for every single country in the sample. Again, you don't mention where's the cutoff point, so your sample is kind of pointless. The size of the centrist gap is striking. Is it now? Like in Sweden, there's almost no gap. In Germany, centrists are actually not the. Across all countries except for Germany, where the centrists are actually the most. They think that they're the group that supports this statement the most, more than the left, more than the right. So again, across all countries except not. His own graph doesn't support his. Also, notice how in this he has more countries than here, and yes, European average, and also why is Netherlands like outside of all those European countries, then European average, then United States, then Netherlands. What the fuck? Why is Netherlands singled out? Why is it not among the European countries? It's kind of like pretty much in the middle of Europe. I guess he wasn't paying attention in geography classes. But notice how fewer countries are here. Maybe it's because those countries that are here but not here are the ones that are not following this trend. I wonder why. Oh, great. Yeah, centrists are
Oh.
least likely to support liberal institutions. And this is the most egregious example. You know why? I'll show you why. But first, percentage of people who say
Mm.
civil rights that protect people's liberty from state oppression is an essential feature of democracy. And it just go. Well, again, this is from the same question. So the question is, let me quote: Many things are desirable, but not all of them are essential characteristics of democracy. See what the question is? Please tell me for each of the following things how essential you think it is as a characteristic of democracy, and from 1 to 10. So basically, it's not saying that do they think it's good thing or bad thing. It's how essential it is for something to be called a democracy. And guess what? Civil rights protection is not essential for something to be called a democracy, because the first democracy was like in ancient Greece. And what fucking civil rights? They had slaves. And also, demos is not like everyone. Demos is like the people who can vote. So, like the poor people were not part of the demos, so they couldn't vote. So it wasn't like in modern democracies we expect everyone who is a citizen to be able to vote, or no, unless they are like felons or something. But in ancient Greece, only like the elites were allowed to vote. So again, it's again, you can be a democracy and not have protection of people's liberty. Again, this is such a gross misrepresentation. Also, again, notice that he doesn't say where the cutoff point is, because it was from 1 to 10. It's almost as if his research is pure and unadulterated bullshit. Also, let's see these countries: Germany, Sweden, Australia, New Zealand. Oh, wait. These countries are like... Wait. What was the beginning of the article? Across Europe and the United States. Okay. Since when is New Zealand part of Europe or United States? Why did he include it if he's talking about Europe and United States? Okay, let's compare countries here. Because here, New Zealand is not... Oh, it is here, actually. Wait, why is New Zealand in the middle of, between European countries, but Netherlands is separate? What the fuck?
Because reasons.
Yeah, the Europeans don't really like the Netherlands very well.
I don't know why. I mean, given that Netherlands is the main source of ecstasy in the whole Europe, they should be more courteous towards them. After all, they are the ones who allow them to party hard. So again, the MDMA from Netherlands is the one to seek out. If it ain't Dutch, it ain't much. I'm obviously speaking just from theoretical knowledge, no way I have practical experience whatsoever. Anyways, let's see what countries are here. Okay, so these Germany, Sweden, Australia. Okay, these are the same countries, but why this list is different and the next two lists are the same? Also, the order is different. Oh, okay, I get it. He ordered them. Actually, are these? He ordered by the. Okay, I get why the order is different, because he ordered from highest to lowest by the centrist. Okay, but still, it doesn't explain why Netherlands is separate from everything else, and there's European average. Because again, it's stupid. Okay, now the next question again. There's more countries. I wonder why France wasn't included in the previous two questions. I wonder why. Okay, centrists are most supportive of authoritarianism, except for the far right. Okay, percentage of people who say a strong leader who does not have to bother with legislature is fairly good or very good. And the percentage, you can see that this is not much percentage. So in Italy, it's funny how in Italy there's... well, the centrists are... Well, at least the far right is actually voting as you'd expect from the far right. But notice another thing. In this time he included fairly good. But in the question where the democracy, is it very good? He didn't include fairly good. Only talked about how many... Again, selective cherry picking of the data. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not shady at all. And well, in European countries, there's percentage of people who say a strong leader. Oh, but by the way, look at Germany. In Germany, centrists are actually the least likely ones to say this. So again, I wonder why he really includes Germany, given that he just includes or not includes countries, just for no reason. Might as well just omit enough. Now, well, in Norway, actually, the far right is the least likely to say that strong leader who doesn't need to be elected is the best one. So Norwegian far right is like they're not doing the political extremism correctly. In Australia, the centrists and the far right are pretty much the same on this question. When in
There were
Britain, the far left is more authoritarian than the far right, although there's a difference very minimal. And look, it says United States, 40% of centrists are against, democratically
yeah,
elected leaders. That's
Labs,
questionable.
real quick. Labs, real quick. I think I know why the Spanish and the German are so fucking high on that area. Well, have you considered that the Spaniards had their own dictatorship under Franco?
Oh yeah, they had the fascist dictator.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they are the ones who had the fascist dictator most recently of all European countries.
yeah. The Butts Party.
Yeah, because Franco was in power even after World War II. So
Yep, he was in power until 1975.
So again,
Yeah,
Spain is the most authoritarian, on this scale. I'm not surprised. Netherlands is actually, I'm surprised it's so high there. Well, I don't know.
well, in the case of the Netherlands, I would say in the case of Geert, what's the guy's name? Geert, fuck. You know that guy, Geert Wilders, yeah, Geert Wilders should have been the prime minister of Holland. He should have been the prime minister. At least to show Europe how it's really done. But outside that, go ahead, Lars. One of the strongest warning signs for democracy has been the rise of populist leaders with authoritarian tendencies. But while these leaders have become more popular, it is unclear whether citizens explicitly support more authoritarian styles of government. I find, however,
You know what? It's like saying Orange Man bad without saying Orange Man bad. Well, what are Trump's authoritarian tendencies exactly? Because they can't name
He
any.
says mean things to the media.
It's funny how all they can, come up with is something that he said, like half jokingly. Just because he said something doesn't mean actually, is authoritarian. Well, saying is one thing. They should know that if a politician says something, it doesn't mean much until this politician does it. Because remember how Obama promised to stop wars.
And get Mo.
the thing is, if you're national, you're automatically an from the authoritarian right, because apparently a lot of your country over any other country is considered fascism, at least to the left.
Also, it's funny. Like I've seen a meme a while back says that if you are so scared about what the wrong person can do if they become the president, maybe it's a sign that the president has way too much power.
Chicken nuggets.
It makes sense because there should be always a set of checks and balances to disallow any one person or any small group of people to usurp power or at least misuse power. And
Wait.
again,
Oh.
don't they know that presidents in the US, for example, presidents'
Different
power
wool.
is quite limited, and if president starts to do stuff that is unconstitutional, there's always court, there's always
I was about to say, when Trump was trying to do the moratorium on immigration from certain Muslim majority countries, he had to come back several times before doing that in order to comply with the ruling until he finally got it right within the confines of the law. That's not authoritarian. Authoritarian would say, "Fuck it, we're doing it anyway." But no, he followed the law and how to get it done legally, and then it worked out. That is not. That is the exact opposite of authoritarianism being displayed there.
So it's again really again this is what this guy is trying to say, but make sure not to say it explicitly. I find, however, evidence of substantial support for a strong leader who ignores his country's legislature, particularly among centrists. In the United States, centrist support for a strongman type leader far surpasses that of the right and the left. Yeah, so see, if someone is actually an alt-righter, this means that they are all for democracy and against authoritarianism. You should support them, according to this guy.
So let's say a strong leader is not the same thing as a strong man. Strong man being, an autocrat of some type.
The question says that what was it? Yeah, the question was so they had to evaluate this answer like, from 1 to 4. 1 is very good, 4 is very bad. So having a strong leader who does not have to bother with parliament and elections. It's kind of authoritarian, I would say.
Okay.
It's funny how so in Europe a lot of people support this, even though many European countries don't even have like position of president. They have prime ministers who are they're not even not even
Yeah, from what I can tell, a lot of even many countries that actually have European countries that have a president, it's mostly just kind of like a ceremonial position. The prime minister is the one with all the power.
prime
I mean, it
minister,
varies from country to country, but
and also they still have legislative institutions, and prime minister isn't like an autocrat. There's always some way to remove prime minister from power. So it's even though my country at one point there wasn't like a usurper who was prime minister and then became like an autocrat, but then World War II happened, and anyways, it's neither here
then you
nor there.
got annexed by the Soviet Union.
Yeah, so that didn't last for long. The funny thing is that when he was in power, he was actually pretty popular among people. Well, then again, he wasn't in power for long enough to royally fuck up. So actually, who knows what the opinion of people would be, if he was allowed to remain in power for like a couple decades. Yeah. Anyways, he wasn't like extreme fascist or anything. He was like kind of middle of the road authoritarian. Not a, then again, if you usurp power slowly, who knows? Maybe Putin didn't become like a full-fledged dictator overnight either. Anyways, let's see. Percentage of Americans who support strongman leaders. Far left. Far left until 2004 supported strongman leaders, and then this sharp drop.
So basically, Europe needs leaders. Why am I not shocked? I mean, do you want a cut to be your president or prime minister? No offense, Canada.
Well, it's too bad Macho left. He could have answered to that.
Yeah,
But
I may actually have to leave soon.
Damn,
we
dude.
should probably move into try to wrap up the stream.
Yeah, we should probably wrap it up after this article, but it's almost done. But I've shown
All right, I'll try
most
to hang
examples
in.
of this being really disingenuous and really, hacked together. So yeah, let's see the conclusion. And conclusion again sounds really, really, apocalyptic and really. Let me just read it.
Well, it's hysterical.
Across Europe and North America, then why include New Zealand in the those charts? Fucking retarded. Support for democracy is in decline. To explain this trend, conventional wisdom points to the political extremes. Both the far left and the far right are, according to this view, willing to ride rough, roughshod over democratic institutions to achieve radical change.
Because those institutions aren't working, apparently. Huh.
Moderates, by contrast, are assumed to defend liberal democracy, its principles and institutions. The numbers indicate that this isn't the case, as Western democracies descended into dysfunction. Oh, the sky is falling.
Yeah, is there a reason? Maybe the system is unsustainable and you've been kicking it. No, it's just the bad people. There's no organic reason this is happening at all.
And then, for no reason at all, people, voted Hitler into
I mean, democracy won't turn out to be a failure if America is going to be overrun with non-whites within the next 25 years.
Not just
voting
non-whites. Because I still remember, I will never forget going to, when I was visiting my brother in Texas, we went to an SAS shoe store at one point, and there was a man who had moved from Mexico like 20, 30 years ago. And he had said to us, "You have any plans to maybe visit Mexico? Don't do it. It's a shithole. I never want my kids to go there." He would not stop saying shit like this. Yes,
Well,
no, literally,
I
he
know.
said that. It's
Dude, I
just
know
like,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Like, we're on the first floor of our house. We're getting our floors redone, and the guy doing it, he was an immigrant from I forget where, one of the Central American countries. And my dad was having a political conversation with him, and it was the funniest shit. The first thing he said that I overheard him talk about, he's like, when he believed that when Clinton was president, he actually believed it was actually Hillary ruling from behind the scenes. And he was asserted that Trump would be the best qualified person to remain in office because he straight up said Bernie Sanders is a fucking idiot. His ideas aren't going to work. And then Biden, he's basically has early onset dementia that probably hasn't been diagnosed yet. Yeah.
Well, they just cleared Ruth Bader Ginsburg of having like every single cancer on Earth, and she's
What is that?
basically
The third or
keeper.
fourth time she's survived cancer?
Is she?
Well, I mean, you could survive cancer if you're already fucking dead.
Nick, are you
What is dead may never die.
Yes.
Nick, are you insinuating that she's 99% tumor now?
You cannot kill that which does not live.
Someone who is, having cancer after cancer should probably resign because being, Supreme Court justice is quite an, responsibility. So
Is the cure for cancer in her blood? We better replicate that.
I just know that, those medication that, those chemotherapy is actually one of the side effects is it really clouds your mind. So, do you think that this is not exactly very conducive towards being, Supreme Court justice? Just saying. So yeah. Anyways, so let's see. No group is immune to the allure of authoritarianism, least of all centrists who seem to prefer strong and efficient government. Yeah, how dare they prefer strong and efficient government? Should, prefer something dysfunctional and, barely working.
You should come to Puerto Rico then, because the government is incredibly fucked up. Also, they're lefty, so they're right up your alley, homeboy.
Over messy democratic politics. Well, when you phrase it like that, maybe democracy doesn't look all that alluring to begin with. If you say that democracy is messy, but authoritarianism is efficient.
I was about to say,
You're not making a good point for your position, because it sounds like you're in favor of authoritarianism.
well, again, it was Winston Churchill who said the best case against democracy is a 5-minute conversation with the average voter.
Man, Winston Churchill was a fucking asshole, wasn't he?
He was, but it's true
Damn.
though.
He's not wrong.
I mean, he
Yeah.
wasn't wrong either when he said that the next fascist will be anti-fascist. Well, maybe he didn't say the quote, but you know what I mean.
It's true, even though it might not be true.
Well, I've read like a discussion on Wikipedia talk page people were trying to find the source for this quote, and the closest they found there was like a Italian writer who said that in Italy there are two types of fascists: those who call themselves fascists and those who call themselves anti-fascists.
That Italian dude was woke.
Yeah,
And this is actually a
that guy was
thing
pretty good.
that is more true today than it was when it was said. So again, last paragraph. Strong men in the developing world have historically found support in the center. Really? From Brazil and Argentina. Argentina, yeah. Wait, is he saying that Argentinian, dictator was like centrist? Fucking really?
No, I'm pretty sure the art. Well, it depends on which Argentine dictatorship they're talking about. I mean, they talking about the military dictatorship they had in the 70s and 80s, or are they talking about Juan Perón, who was kind of a leftist, kind of not? He was kind of a centrist dictator. I'm not sure about any other Argentine dictatorships other than that.
Wasn't his wife also? Didn't his wife also take the reins as well?
Yeah, his third wife came.
Eva. Go ahead.
Eva Perón. You're thinking of Isabella Perón, who came to power after he returned to power and then died like 9 months later. She ruled the country for a bit, and then she was overthrown in the coup, which brought about the military dictatorship of the 70s and early 80s.
Was she the one who was, in favor of, Nazi war criminals and help shelter them, or is it a different one?
I don't know. It could have been either of them, maybe both. I don't know. It's too bad Factor's not here in the chat. He would know because he's an Argentine.
Ah man, if Factor was here, well, I would tell him. Then again, Argentina is also dealing with their own bullshit too under Christine. The leftist, the authoritarian left on there would be the closest thing would be Christina Kirchner, who is a progressive, and then the guy who currently runs the country is let me find out the name. His last name is Macri, but I never found out the dude's first name.
What I also find pretty hilarious is that most of the free helicopter ride memes are in reference to Pinochet, but it was actually the Argentine military dictatorship that used it more profusely.
Oh yeah, there we go. Mauricio.
That's how it is with memes. It's like, most people when you say fascist, they think of Hitler, even though Mussolini was the OG fascist, and that's I guess it's really sad that he came up with this idea and with a name, and yet there's fucking Austrian support just stole his thunder. Imagine that.
Which is why when I say fascist, I am exclusively referring to Italian fascism, not authoritarian right wing, and maybe not necessarily right wing, but not similar totalitarian movements of its time, like National Socialism and whatever the fuck Imperial Japan was practicing.
Oh, you mean the you mean Showa's Reign of Terror, or as they call it, or as they well, not exactly Reign of Terror, but considering the shit that Japanese did, especially Unit 713. Man, that was some real shit.
Yeah, I know. The Japs in World War II. They're almost as pretty much barbaric as the Khmer Rouge was in Cambodia.
Dude, they were actually eating. They were actually eating people, like straight up eating people in a couple of occasions. Like, damn, I didn't know about this part.
You know what they say? You are what you eat. So
Yeah.
Soylent Green,
But
made by people for people of people.
now with both children. Oh, dude. Oh, speaking of Khmer Rouge. Well, people may say that Showa was a fascist and a terrible human being, but he was not Pol Pot, because that dude was a madman.
Well, when we have to say what, oh, but at least he wasn't as bad as Pol Pot, it's not exactly saying a lot. Okay, let's finish the article. From Brazil and Argentina to Singapore and Indonesia, middle-class moderates have encouraged authoritarian transitions to bring stability and deliver growth. Could the same thing happen in mature democracies like Britain, France, and the United States? Well, in France, in France, given that they voted for the Chacaron Macaron and now regret it, yeah, maybe democracy isn't working for them all that great. And Britain, well, Britain is a meme.
Britain ain't real. No place so ridiculous can be a real place. Come on.
Also, countries that are part of the European Union, well, they have to obey by a lot of regulations that are created by unelected officials that aren't even from the same country. So, the idea of democracy is kind of a joke in itself. That you are like you have a pretend democracy while you are part of you are pretty much annexed by a huge superstructure that can override a lot of your internal affairs, which is kind of I know that the idea was to create States of Europe. Well, you know how states in the United States of America aren't exactly free to do whatever they want because there's a federal government. Well, kind of the same applies to the EU. So again, there's that. But it's actually worse because they have in European Europe separate countries have less to say about have less to say in this big picture. Anyways, let's not go there. But I have to actually check the data because I'm sure that there are more inconsistencies and misrepresentations in this article. But I think I've already demonstrated how disingenuous it is. So this guy, what's his name again? David Adler. Fuck you, David Adler.
Oh god, it's funny. Adler is a. I mentioned it before, but Adler is a Jewish surname.
Of course.
So, make of that what you will.
Of course.
Of
course.
course.
Of course, the Goyim don't need to know anything about how we're fucking them over.
Покажите ночен has wares if you have coin. Anyway, so that was the radical alt-centrist death squad. I think we should probably wrap it up for today because
Okay.
we talked about the main topic. That's why you shouldn't trust political researchers, especially those who deliberately misrepresent data and use data that is decade out of date. In the political landscape, a lot of stuff can change like in 10 years. So, and I didn't even go in depth by checking the data. I just checked the questions themselves. I didn't check the results of the questions. I'm sure that there are more misrepresentations, but the fact that even the questions were represented incorrectly, says all you need to know about this. Anyways, that's all for us today. In 2 weeks we convene here on the same channel, with more bullshit to discuss.
That's all she wrote.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
As we're getting ready to wrap it up, guess who's
No.
back?
I was wondering because I was as you watched this like, oh shit, they're still.
Yeah, you come in right. You arrived right in the nick of time for us to sign off.
Well,
like the Italian trains, right on time.
Anyways, see you next time, and as always, it was a privilege.
Vayan con Dios.
See ya.
Trump's America.
Happy Saturday night.